going on, guys? Just wanted to touch a little bit on what I left above here. So real estate, you see me posting about this stuff all the time in here, right? When I'm down in the Dominican, I talk about how I want to grow the business. I share things all the time, possible flip homes down there. There's a lot of opportunities, right? I decided to post this in here because I've had many conversations outside of the group with people that I would consider friends now, right? Even though we've never met, we've built relationships over the year, been involved in a couple private opportunities. Some people are invested into my liquidity pools. I've been paying them out for months. Never missed a payment, right? Market's down right now. Obviously, crypto's struggling a little bit. There's always going to be issues. There's always going to be struggles, but you can't call the market, right? But these people I've been talking to privately, and it's surprising how much interest there actually is in real estate. Okay, so I posted this in my Degen group just in case anybody is interested in that type of thing. All right, if it's not for you, you're just a pure out gambler like myself, guys, skip past the message. All right, there's no fishing, there's no trolling here. I'm not, hoping for a miracle. I'm just at the point now where my property management team is set. They're stable. We've rented our condo like pretty much daily since I left that place. Okay, so it's just, they're doing a great job over the last few months. They've got into their stride now. It's a professional company. I just had to fire my old company and get this new one in. And they've been performing. So we're at the stage now where we're ready to expand the business. And that's the only reason why I put that there. So only for people interested in real estate. All right, that applies for you guys. Feel free to reach out for information, any questions that you guys have. But this is way off the beaten trail of the DeFi projects. All right, this is a real investment. It's a little different. There's way less risk, clearly. It's real estate in a booming area, right? The Dominican's only going up while Canada just declines. And I used to do a lot of flipping homes here before COVID hit and the market started to collapse. My wife and I decided to take our money and just purchase a place in the Dominican. That thing has went up $40,000 in value in 3 years, right? So this is what's going to continue to happen down there for a little while with the economic growth that they're experiencing. So that's just an opportunity for anybody that's looking at something that isn't gambling, right? Because this is, that's what we're doing here on this channel, right? So anyone interested in real estate, reach out to me privately. If you're not, just kindly disregard the message altogether. New videos on DeFi projects coming tomorrow. What's going on, Degens? Just wanted to jump in here and leave a quick message updating you guys on my friend Jaime's project. It is pretty much ready to go. So they were originally going to launch it on the 8th, and then they pushed it back to the 15th for a reason. So pretty much what's going on is the website's ready. They were going to do manual payouts, but there's only 3 people that are doing the trading and the liquidity pooling. There's 3 of them behind this thing. All right, so they decided that they were going to do auto payments, which is better. We were talking, I said, just do automatic payments. They set it all up. They're just doing some test runs on it. All right, I took a withdrawal out of the platform last night, landed super quick, and I've got my money sitting in the account now. So Dave gave me the go-ahead to drop it in the group. I can't bring it to YouTube yet, but I can put the website in here for anybody that's interested in taking an early look at it. The official launch will be, it will be on the 15th of December. Now, if anybody does decide to jump in and deposit early, you will be accredited for the time that you're in the project, but the first payout won't be until January 15th. All right, so every 15th of every month, you must go in and manually put in a request for, I should say, the withdrawal. All right, the system will pick it up, they'll send it. So withdrawals will be once a month. They will be inactive the rest of the time. So nobody can come in and try to game the project, okay? Every 15th, you must manually request it, kind of like how Cairo effects was. All right, if you don't request it, you'll have to wait until the next month. That's just the way it's going to work. All right, guys, so I'm going to drop the link in here. If you guys want to check it out, you can. There's no referrals. They're building up a nest egg for the property, or for the company. Sorry, talking about real estate here with a friend of mine before this call. Anyway, so that's what they're doing. They're building a reserve fund, and they're going to be paying it once a month. Okay, it's not super high earnings, 10%, 12%, and 15% monthly. And yeah, that's basically what it is, guys. There's no referrals, so I'm not shilling any links, but I am sharing a DeFi project because that's what I do here in the group, guys. And most of the time I jump into projects with absolutely no information on who's behind the thing. At least I know that there's real trading, and at least I know these guys are actually putting the money to use for us. Doesn't mean they're going to do the right thing. Doesn't mean they're going to stick around forever. I don't trust them. I don't know them well enough to say that I trust them. But I do think that they're going to make a run at this because they've been a part of a couple big rug pulls and they're sick of it. So I feel like this could be an opportunity. All right, so you guys do what you want with it. If anybody does decide to join early, you will be accredited from now until that point. So next month, if you're in the 10% plan, when January 15th hits, you will get paid 15% and so on. All right, guys, but if not, no big deal. There's no rush into this. I think this is going to be a longer term play. And they just gave me the go ahead to drop the link to the group only. So I will drop it here. And then maybe, hopefully I can do a video early, like a pre-launch for them. But yeah, this is what it is, guys. Project is pretty much ready to go. Everything is functioning. They're just doing a little bit of, twerking the back end up a little bit. Hate that word. Tweaking the back end up, we'll say, guys. But yeah, I'll drop the link below. You guys walk through it, make your own decisions. Just another project, guys. Well, good morning, everybody. Today is one of those days that I don't like in DeFi, where I have to get online and make a couple videos about some fucking rug pulls, guys. So V-NAC, my number one, and this one sucks because I know the guy behind the project. We're not friends, but I know the guy. I was in his last project. It was like 8 months, flawless. V-NAC's been going for like 4 months now. It's been perfect. And then all of a sudden, there was a security changeover. They had to switch the security. Everybody had to do another deposit, but it was going to come back to us. We never got it. And today he's been messing me around, not answering me. Yesterday, same thing. So I'm calling it for what it is. Another project, guys, that I got to write off is Healthy Harvest. They went down for maintenance 2.5 weeks ago, and they still haven't came back with any payouts or nothing. I've got 3 pending withdrawals. So it is what it is, guys. Healthy Harvest ran for over 10 months, and it was a good project. I was in the house money. I put another $1,000 in it. This is what happens in DeFi, guys. We got to be careful. And towards the end of the year, we're going to run into this. I'm surprised we haven't had more. But with that being said, my buddy behind 2X Boost gave me the go-ahead to actually bring it to my YouTube channel today. He was in V-NAC, and he was in Healthy Harvest. So he got rugged twice, and he's tired of it. So I'm going to actually be able to bring that as a pre-launch early, not just to the group, but to YouTube today because, well, we got to shake some shit up in this space, I think, guys. But that being said, Chow Lab just paid me instantly, again, 16% daily. So I got some videos coming today, guys, but I wanted to jump in here and update you guys first because I'm just finding all this information out officially today. What's going on, everybody? Just wanted to come on here and leave a quick update. I got some videos coming. I'm doing some editing right now. It's a constant grind always. But I wanted to come in and leave a message specifically to the person that likes to hack into my accounts. I know you're in the group. I know who you are. And I'm going to be exposing you on YouTube and putting all your information out publicly. So 2X Boost, I don't know if you guys have been catching this or not, but I know the person that's running the project. So I went to log in this morning and I couldn't. And I was like, oh, interesting. Messaged my buddy. He's like, yeah, 1 second. Went and took a look. He's like, oh yeah, there's somebody's messing with your account. I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought. My own fault. Didn't have 2FA set up, but again, I feel like I'm pretty safe in this project because it's being monitored by somebody that I talk to every day. So I don't know if you can get that through your head or not, or whatever. I can geographically pinpoint on the map of Earth where you guys are from every time. There's 2 countries that do this, and 2 countries only that do this, and it's sad. But guys, I would just recommend leaving the group if you're one of those people. I had a conversation with somebody the other day. I'm like, why don't you just leave the group? And I came in and I looked at the usernames, and he wasn't in it. And I'm like, you're not even in the group. Screenshot. He's like, yeah, I am. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So you guys just create multiple names, multiple accounts, and spy on Telegram groups and try to steal money when you can. That's cool. All right, cool, guys. So yeah, I just wanted to update you. That will be information released on a YouTube video very soon. So appreciate that, because it actually motivated me to not only log into my account, which obviously I can do again, but make another video on it, promoting it. So thank you for the boost, for me to promote 2X Boost again. Stay out of my account, guys. It's weird. What's going on, Degens? This is a little bit off topic from the normal. Anybody that likes to trade, though, I recommend going and checking this out. I believe it's been on the market for about a year, but it's a little different than most trading platforms I've used. For example, when you're doing a live trade, you can set your take profit and your stop loss, obviously beforehand. You can activate the trade, and if everything starts moving in your favor, you can actually click on the stop loss button and you can adjust it on the fly. As well as your take profit, you can close them whenever you want, etc. Just a super user-friendly trading platform. They obviously have futures. You can trade with leverage. be careful with that, guys. Learn it first. But with that being said, super easy to use platform. It's became my new go-to trading platform that I just started using about a week ago. So I would recommend anybody that trades, check this out. Take a look at it. It's a super, super easy to use, straightforward platform. All right, guys, interesting little situation here. So the screenshot above was me taking everything out of a project called OakSmart. Now, I really liked the project. I had really no issues with its performance. Withdrawals always landed. But the reason I wasn't on here doing updates on the project is because I kept on having issues with my two-factor authentication. I would set it, it would work for a couple weeks, and then all of a sudden I couldn't log into my website. And then I was like, oh, okay, reach out to support team. They said, yeah, you have an issue with your 2FA, we'll reset it. So they would reset it, I would reinstall it, and again it would go for another week or so, and then I wasn't able to log in until I reached out to support again. And I finally just had enough, guys. Platform works for anybody that's still in it. If you're not having issues with 2FA, I think it's a legacy platform. I think it's going to be around long term. It's a lower paying project. I started with $250. I built it to $272.75 with compounding. You're only earning about $1 a day with this company. So I decided at the end of the day that I could put it to work in something a little bit more bullish. All right, so I took my money out, took the links down, but it did pay. So if anybody jumped in to OakSmart, it's still working, guys. I just had to make a decision because I was tired of having so many issues with 2FA. So still a paying project, but I will no longer be sharing it on the channel. All right, Degens, just wanted to let you guys know I'm going to be gone out for most of the day today. I'll be in and out sporadically with Wi-Fi. So I might be a little bit slower responding to anybody today. There's people asking me about the trading group. There's people asking me about real estate, which good for you guys because that's more important than DeFi at the end of the day. You know, we can gamble and have a little bit of fun here, but it's up and down and there's never any promises. Real estate, however, is going to be there for us, right? So I will message anybody back that's messaging me about anything, but it'll be a little bit later. All right, I got a few people. If I don't respond within an hour, it's question mark, question mark, question mark. Guys, I'm in the Caribbean. All right, I'm enjoying 3 weeks away from the cold weather that I have to return to in 2 weeks. So I'm not always sitting at my condo. And sometimes along the beach I can get Wi-Fi, but a lot of the times I'm just walking, guys, getting my energy, getting my steps in, you know, and enjoying it down here. So anybody reaching out about any of that stuff, whether it's real estate, the trading group, whatever, from right now until probably around 2 or 3, I'm not going to be on my phone unless I stop in somewhere with Wi-Fi. All right, if I do and I check it and I see the messages, guys, I will get back to you, but it'll be a lower content day. Might smash out some videos tonight, but I think I might even have a drinking day today. Then I probably won't jump on camera and do any videos, so we'll see. But I will respond in a timely fashion, guys. I'm just leaving the condo for a bit. And yeah, everybody have a good day. Good morning, everybody. Just wanted to touch base and leave a message here saying that there will be no content today and probably tomorrow. I'm going on a drive across the island today with some people and I'm not going to have access to my computer. So just to let you know, everything is still working as far as I know. I've been getting paid from a couple different things. Ventrobi landed, Asset Bridge, all these companies are still paying. I'm just not going to be on here doing any updates, guys. So enjoy the next couple of days. If I do get any news, I will post it. I'm just not going to be putting up any videos. Guys, just to clarify what I'm talking about above, when I said if you believe that this clown is me, leave my group now, there's a nice group of people that came from my group over to another project that I've been sharing for a long time. And a bunch of you people did the little sneaky way, not using the referral code and just jumping over to the project. I'm fine with that. I truly don't care if you sign up under me or not, but the fact that you're all in this group, I know where you found the project from. All right, so if you're in that group, which I'm not going to mention the name of, this is where you got to self-point yourself out here, guys. If you're commenting or messaging the owner or the admin saying that I'm messaging you and it's bothering you, get the fuck out of my group. All right, because I've never, ever messaged anybody first, especially these people complaining. All right, so if you believe that the guy that was messaging you from the other group was me, leave my group now. All right, I don't need yous in here at all, guys. This is just like a diary for me where I'm documenting my journey. All right, The whole complaining and whiny little acting like a bitch thing, it doesn't work for me, guys. All right? I try to keep it clean on my channel. I don't curse too much. But in real life, I'm a bit of a sailor. All right, guys? I like to fucking tell people what's up. So if you're one of those guys, exit this group ASAP. What's going on, guys? Just wanted to touch base on a newer project that I jumped into. Again, not knowing anything about it, just seen the project and jumped in. That's SeumTech. Never have I posted a video and so quickly had so many negative comments on the video. So apparently, from what I'm hearing about, this company existed before. And apparently people were in it. I don't know if it's the same team. I don't know if it's the same project. I'm not sure. But I've gotten some hate on that comment. On that video, guys. So I decided to take it down. I'm just going to run that one in the background and see what happens. But if it is a company that was around before and scammed everybody and rug pulled and came back, I don't want anything to do with that project. So I jumped in, threw some cash at it, but I only put $100 in. But from what I'm seeing, this company has already rug pulled before. And again, guys, I don't do too much digging into these projects. I see ones that I like, and I roll the dice in them. All right, so I've decided to take that off the channel, guys. All right, from what I'm hearing, apparently this is an older company that's made a comeback or something. I don't know. All right, guys, but when I hear that much negativity around something so quickly, I pull it. So I won't be doing any updates on that project, guys. I'm just going to run that one in the background and see what happens. If it's a good company and it works for a while, I'll probably bring it back to the channel. But I reached out to the support guys and they said, no, we don't have any clue about that old company. So again, it could just be a template. But for now, guys, I've decided to pull it from the channel. Good morning, Degens. Just wanted to leave a quick update message here. Today's my last day. Right, 22 days I've been down here and I got to fly back to Canada tonight. Well, about 4:30 this afternoon, my plane leaves. So I'm not going to be doing no content. I'm going out to see my homies. I'm going to enjoy the last day. And then when I get back, I will resume everything on Friday. All right, guys? So tomorrow morning, hopefully I'm not too jet lagged, but I'll get up and I'll start smashing out some content. In this space, I've seen a lot of things happen in the last couple weeks since I've been gone. Delta Dex, called that a rug pull. It's still paying. I haven't done videos on it because it's just weird that all of a sudden it's starting to pay again. My withdrawals have landed. Right, that SeumTech one that I joined. They tell me it's been around for a month. Possibly it was rebranded. They said, yeah, it could have been around before. They don't know. Everybody yelled scam on that video. So I took it down. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to share it. It's paying instantly. Like, there's just a lot of mixed feelings going on in certain projects right now. Crew Move. I posted, I thought it was done. It's still paying. It's confusing, guys. All right, but I'm going to be sticking with the main projects that I'm in, my top couple projects, the ones that I'm in currently. I do have a couple new ones that I'm looking at, and a few that I'm actually just printing away in the background because I'm not too sure of them. Right, guys, so I'm going to be off for the day. Everybody enjoy your day, and I will be back on here tomorrow with some updates. What's going on, guys? This is a message to anybody that actually wants to listen to it. I spend a lot of my time not only just documenting my own adventure and my own journey through this space, but I spend a lot of time in inboxes answering a lot of questions, right? I don't understand the point of people messaging me and spending hours in my inbox, going back and forth, asking questions about projects, only to get my top 3 opinions on what the safest spots to put your money is in the DeFi space, which is BeyondBit, Acro Trade, and 2x Boost, in my opinion. We've got a lot of projects that are performing, guys, all right? But they have to prove themselves still. With that being said, these same people that spend hours of my time in my inboxes fishing for all these answers, they ignore me. They end up jumping into other projects and getting wrecked. And then they come back and they say, oh man, I went into this project and I'm not getting paid. I never listed that project as one of the ones that I would recommend. Right, guys? It's a big, huge waste of time talking to most people in this space that don't get it. Right? So I've taken some people out of the group just because of the fact that they keep going into these shit projects, getting destroyed, and ignoring all the information that I've been giving them. Right? My whole thing isn't that I enjoy watching people lose money. I enjoy getting into projects that pay everybody and we all come out on top. Now, that's very rare to have happen, guys, because manipulation, selectively paying, people messing up their own accounts. The last guy I took out of the group, he went into a project. He messages me and says, where's the safest place to put 5K right now? And I gave him the 3 options. And I even told him that my number 1 for being safe would probably be 2x boost, right? He ignored me, went into another project, set up his 2FA, and then fucking deleted it. Guys, if you can believe this. Deleted his 2FA. So now he's got no access to the account. And the way that the platform is set up, neither does the developer. Not for 2FA stuff. So that all has to be recovered through the Google account, right? The guy's struggling to do this. So he's out that money until he figures out his 2FA, right? A dumb little mistake like that just costed him $5,000, where he could have put that thing into 2x boost and been making 15% a month, right? This project has already earned me over 24%, right? And it's frustrating, guys, because I can't fix the problems, right? I can make, certain types of connections with the developers and the support teams and whatever by sharing my channel, by sharing my videos and saying, hey guys, I'm supporting your channel. But beyond the chit chat that I get from the support team, that's usually about it, guys. I've lost many accounts going to bat for people in this group that message me, hey man, this guy's not paying me, yet I'm getting paid. So then I go out and reach out to these guys and I say, hey, what the fuck are you doing messing around with my downline? You want the project to grow, you got to be paying everybody. And then all of a sudden I stop getting paid, right? This happens, guys. I go to bat for you guys and then I lose accounts too, right? That is a part of the space and I understand it. However, without getting too long-winded here, when I'm presenting a project on my channel and I say, guys, this is a degen project, I mean that. If I say, hey, in my opinion, guys, this could be a long-term project, I also mean that as well, right? But again, at the end of the day, they're just opinions. But if you're going to reach out to me and have long, in-depth conversations and then ignore the information and go get wrecked somewhere, I can't help with that, guys, all right? I'm just here to blog my journey and do it in the most transparent way that I can. I'm different from a lot of YouTubers because I'm not one of the guys that get on my channel and onto my videos and talk about other channels, right? There's many YouTubers out there that like to get up there and say, I'm not like every other YouTuber. I tell it like it is. Well, we all do the same thing. If you're in the DeFi project space at all, we do the same thing. So to me, that shit's corny, right? So I just do my own thing in my own space, right? If somebody wants to mention my name, then I will obviously respond to that. But I'm not one of the guys that gets on and pretends that what I'm doing is different than any other YouTuber in this space, because it's not, right? I'm just here to document my journey, guys, and I'm looking for the winners. Along the way, I like to play in the riskier ones as well. All right, so if you reach out to me for information, guys, and I give it to you, just take it for what it is. All right, if you ignore me and you jump into a ship project and you get destroyed, I can't do anything for you. You know what I mean? We're all doing the same path kind of deal here. I'm just documenting mine publicly. All right, so guys, it is what it is. The space is risky. People got to understand it. We have our good projects and we have our ones that need to still perform long enough to prove themselves. There's underperformers and there's overperformers, guys. My advice, if you keep getting wrecked in these projects, learn trading. Join my signals group, guys. We're killing it over there. All right, there's all types of options for you to get outside the DeFi space. But in this group specifically, I'm documenting my own journey, guys. All right, I can't control what a developer does when you join a project or when I join a project. All we can do is hope that they do the right thing. And at the end of the day, we've got some good projects, guys. And like I said, we've got some bad ones, right? And we've got a handful that still need to prove themselves. There's lots of options out there. Just don't message me asking me for information and then completely ignoring it and expecting me to fix a problem when it happens. All right, guys, just a small rant this morning, but everybody's got to keep themselves safe the best way they can, right? So again, all I can do is present it in the most open and honest way possible, guys, hoping that I portray the information in the right way. All right, I hope that all makes sense, guys, and good luck out there because, again, we got some good luck right now, but anything could happen. What's going on, Degens? My mood was a little low in the video above there. I just woke up, literally was up for about 10 minutes and got the information on Acro trade. And this is right from the developer's mouth. He's had some issues, so I don't know what the whole story is. I'm still kind of waiting to hear about it, but it's done. And ZX3, I mean, it was a win, but at the same point, it was expected. right? I said over and over again that I didn't expect it to even last this long. So it is what it is. It's just the amount, guys, that we've lost in the last couple weeks, like 8 projects in the last 2 weeks. I mean, that's crazy. Now, again, I get it. The market's down, but they got to do a little better, right? And this is why I put up that message above that if anybody's looking to get out of DeFi for a bit, now I'm going to continue to do this, right? I'm just going to really have to put some effort into trying to find these projects, right? Because a lot of these newcomers, these new launches aren't doing the greatest, right? We're even starting to lose some of the vets in the game. But with that being said, that's why I posted the 15% a month private opportunity. It's my cousin. All right. He's been trading for a long time. He trades for me. I have multiple different things that I'm involved with. All right. We got my real estate deal. If anybody's got 50K and up and you want to get out of this space altogether, earn safe money, but then that comes with contracts, ID. We actually have to know who each other is. So you have to be prepared to go through lawyers and all that kind of stuff, right? But that's what I'm building down in the Dominican Republic is rental properties. I also have multiple different trading things going on in the background, and I trade as well. Sorry, guys, almost slipped on a patch of ice here. And I trade as well for myself. I also have been doing liquidity pooling, and some people in this group have been in it for over 6 months, 5 months, some of you, never missed a payment, right? So my cousin has now said, listen, I'll trade for a few people, but I'm only going to take up to 50K. He travels around the world. He's busy, but this is how he does it. So if anybody's looking to do that, message me privately. And this message is more so for the people in the group that I've built a relationship with. There's, 300 and something people in here, and 98% of them are just spectators, right? We've never spoke. Some people in here are just watching. Some people in here are just in here to be in here. But the people that I've actually built a relationship with that are maybe already trading with me outside of here or in my liquidity pools and see that I'm, doing what I said I was going to do the entire time. If you're looking to get into this trading thing with my cousin, let me know. All right. It's just me, you, and him. So you'll send the money to me. I'll send the money to him. He'll trade. You request it back through me. They'll give you back the money. The earnings are every 2 weeks, paid out on weekends. All right. That's just something for people that I've built a relationship with. All right. For everybody that's here for DeFi reasons and everything else, there will be more projects. But for right now, I would say be on Bit for sure. Trade them, real trading. 2x Boost is a gold mine, guys. I would highly recommend that project. They're doing a good job. For the amount of people that are already in the project and how much they've already made, they've got a nice reserve fund already built up. So they're doing what they said they were going to do, right? I expected more from Limdex too, but my upline decided to put 175K in, and that screwed our whole team up. They took it, banned everybody in his downline, right? We've also got legit miners firing away on all cylinders. We've got a couple new projects that are looking really good as well. We got Selwix, we've got Celestion. These have all been around for a long time, guys. i3Q is slowly becoming one of my favorite projects as well. All right, so that's what I would recommend, guys. The projects that I just listed, if you're looking to stay in this space. All right, if anybody's got solid projects, message me. Don't message me with these projects that are full of spelling mistakes and bad grammar and claim that they've been around for 10 years. I just want solid projects that are performing, guys, that I can bring to my channel and actually earn with. All right, because it's tough to make content when all these projects are garbage. So anyways, that being said, guys, just wanted to leave a quick message because this space is taking a turn for the worse right now. All right, so if I'm feeling how I'm feeling, I can imagine how some new people to the space are feeling. All right, guys, so just keep your head up, choose wisely. I'm on the hunt, so who knows? Maybe some new projects coming and maybe some ones that have, got a bit better track records, but keep your head up out there. It's dicey. All right, Degen, so YouTube channel has been fixed. It was actually an error on their part, which is great to actually get resolved this fast. So I'll be back to doing videos soon. I've got a couple I want to get to. Also, anybody that's looking at Treasure Island as a possible investment, if you're going to use cryptocurrency, do not send it to the TRC20 wallet address that is provided for you on the website. The developers weren't supposed to have that active yet. So if anybody's looking at buying a unit or a couple units or whatever the case may be, reach out to support and you're going to have to get the address from them. Okay? If you're using crypto, reach out to support, send the crypto off to the support team. They will accredit it to your account. I just bought a unit. I wanted to try out the feature and make sure that it was going to go smooth. And it didn't. It didn't go smooth at all. It took about 24 hours, but they said that they didn't even realize that that was active on the site yet. So the website itself is only there for people to purchase with credit card or debit card. Okay, if you're using crypto, you have to reach out to Jeffrey at support, and they will get that all sorted out for you. Hey guys, I just wanted to share this Titan 369. I brought the launch to this channel, and a few people jumped in, a few people kind of just been watching, which is cool. It's super risky business. We know that in the DeFi space, but these guys have done exactly what they said they were going to do since they started. Their whole entire purpose was to launch their own token on a blockchain, and they wanted to have enough validators, which was 150,000 people, buy their token and buy validation spots so they could show the worth of the project. They've now officially launched. So again, guys, they've been around for months now, and they've done what they said, okay? That's why I'm sharing this. In this group, I've decided to keep most of the risky plays out. If you want me to share the fun ones that I jump into, just, expecting a week or two, let me know. I can do that. But as the group builds, I want people to do well, right? I expect to lose, but I also expect to gain in some. This one above, as well as the list that I've got listed in there, are all performing. The private Zoom tomorrow at 11 a.m. will be recorded for anybody that can't make it, okay? So if you can't make it out to the Zoom call, don't stress it. It'll be fully recorded, guys, and I'll just release it in my group, okay? So it'll be here for anybody that can't make it at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, and you guys can just feel free to watch it at your own convenience, all right? Yeah, that's what I kind of made the decision to do as the group started to get more people because, well, anybody that knows me from the past year of experience previous to me starting this group knows I got very pissed off, right, because of all the money that people lost. So I get emotionally affected by this shit as well, guys. It's not just like, oh, I lost money. No, other people did as well. I'm okay with my money, even though it pisses me off, but I get more emotionally affected by other people's losses. So the risky ones will be on my YouTube channel because, again, I'm doing it for content. I'm also doing it to, the what if factor of it, right? ATM 2024, for example, I made money in that project. I was just stupid enough to go back in at a higher level 2 days before they went away. So then I got to sit there and watch $75 cases end and the money go into my account, $123. Oh, and then a $25 safe ended, and then another $25 safe ended, and I couldn't pull the money out. So again, it's like a balancing act right now. It's like a teeter-totter. You win, then you lose, and you win, then you lose, right? The projects I listed above in the post about Titan 369, those are the ones that I can actually tell people to take a look at. I'm not telling anybody to put money in, just take a look at. Those are the only ones I can do, or say, I guess, with a clean heart, because the rest of them are all seeming like scams to me lately. All right, guys, so I just posted the link. A lot of you know what that is. Join it if you're interested, okay? This is what we've been talking about the private investment opportunity. It's 18% for 30-day stakes, and it is out of the DeFi space, okay? This is oil and gas. We've talked about it on this channel a couple times now. I put out a video describing everything. If you've watched it, I know some of my personal friends that I have met in this space over the last couple years are interested in it. This is the link for you guys, okay? So feel free to come in and check it out, guys. If you have any questions, bring them to the table. Ryan will be happy to answer them. All right, what's up, guys? I'm just going to leave a little context here on the videos that I posted. Okay, the one above, Cairo effects, that's one that I recommend people take a look at. I'm not telling you to invest in it. I'm not telling you to put money in. I'm just saying for the people that do this kind of stuff, that's a protocol that's got a lot to offer. I keep missing the withdrawal days because you can only take out on the 5th and the 20th between 9:30 and 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. I always forget. I'm going to set an alarm and catch the next one. But it's been performing very well. I know some of the people behind this project, which is why I jumped in. Okay, I'm not saying it's going to last forever, but it's definitely worth sharing in this group. The second video, and I've said that I'm going to try to keep the riskier plays out of the group because I'll post those over on my YouTube. If you guys want to go gamble, go over there to the YouTube channel. They're all going to be posted there. Okay, but with that being said, Mobility Share is a retake of a project that ran last March and lasted for 5 months. It paid out 4.4% for 5 months. Okay, these guys know how to run a project. Remember, this is DeFi. Nothing is going to last forever unless you jump into stuff like Bruno X or something that's just going to be around that has real world revenue and utility behind it. Okay, now, back to Mobility Share though. These guys lasted 5 months the last time they were around, okay? They're back. It's the same team and it's the same type of project, okay? Sort of the ITP and IMC type of, you click the button and it trades for you and you earn. This one, you rent the cars out. Right now, the only ones available are for $20. Okay, it's a lower paying project, but you can build. Now, you click the button to rent it out, and then you click the button to receive it after a minute, and you get your payout. Okay, and you do this every day. It's a fun little project that could be around for a few months. Okay, I'm not saying that it is. I'm not saying that it isn't. But I'm saying I do have faith in this team. That's why I'm sharing it in this. Okay, if you guys want to jump in with a little bit of money, try it out. It could be worth it in the long run. These guys could last. That's why I'm sharing those 2 videos, guys. I'm in many other projects that I'm not even talking about. You remember ATM 2024? Yeah, there's an ATM 2025 now by a different team. Of course, I'm in it, right? I haven't even made a video. I don't know if I'm going to, but I like those little projects. They don't usually last long, but ATM 2024 did, and I made a bit of money in it. So I jump into the crazy ones still. But with that being said, guys, check out the 2 videos. I also have another one coming on NixoTrade because they're paying as well. Just a reminder to everybody in the group, I'll never message you unless you ask me specifically to do so. Telegram is so full of scammers that I'm having a hard time with it as well. It's every day, multiple times a day. Just be very cautious, okay? I won't reach out unless you specifically say, hey, Steve, could you reach out to me personally? And then I will do so because I respect your inboxes, okay? I'm not going to go do that, guys. This group is just literally a group for me to document what I'm doing, hopefully keep some projects around and, make some wins back from all the losses from last year and from what seems to be becoming the new thing again this year, right? So this is just a fun little space where I'm trying to, navigate the DeFi rug pulls and try to find some decent ones, okay? This isn't a spot for, everybody to come in and just start spamming and scamming. And that's why these people, they message you guys privately, okay? Because they know that they just get banned, blocked, deleted instantly. But also personal impersonations happen as well. This has been happening to me for a long time, not just with this DeFi stuff, also with my social media channels when I was yelling about the world and trying to wake people up, I guess. But this happens, guys. So if anybody's messaging you from this group, message me if they're unwanted, and I'll remove them from the group. And also, if this happens, please send me the username. All right, good morning, guys. I wanted to come in and leave this message kind of for 2 reasons. Number one, I'm in a mood. When I get in a mood, I got to talk about it. So if you followed me on social media over the last couple years, and that's why you're here in this group, you're not going to be surprised by this. To anybody else, maybe earmuffs if you don't want to hear curse words or somebody getting pissed off. But, I'm working on a video right now called Is DeFi Dead? Right? And it's just a catchy little thumbnail. I don't believe it is. I make a lot of money in DeFi, but I lose a lot as well. And lately, since about September, October, November, those 3 months of last year, it's became rug pull season, right? It's getting harder and harder and harder to find projects that stick around and last. Nothing on this channel will ever be investment advice. Okay, if anybody's actually interested and sick and tired of the DeFi rug pull scam shit that we're into here, and you guys are interested and you have deeper pockets and you want to go into something tangible like real estate, let me know. If you're interested in going in or talking about going in on the mining farm that I'm setting up for cryptos, let me know. Real world earnings, not depending on some bullshit. All right, this channel though is made because I have a grudge against the DeFi space. For years, I've been getting ripped off and rug pulled, and then along the way finding unicorns that make me a lot of money. So I'm still in the positive, but $80,000 in the last 6 months loss in this space, guys, is crazy. All right, this happens though. If you don't have risk capital to play with, don't play in this space. I cannot be more specific and more honest than that. Leave the channel, don't participate, right? I have all types of crazy shit that I don't even share in this group, which I actually should be, because the funny thing is, I made a decision to keep the risky plays out of here that I know are risky. I make mistakes too by jumping into projects that I think are solid, like Gem Lightyear, and they're not, they go away. I get tricked just like everybody else. This group has been manipulated multiple times by actors that have came into the group, pumping shit up and giving fake documents and fake fucking screenshots of, look at my $62,000 withdrawal, and how did that work out for everybody? right? I'm down thousands of dollars because of those guys. Banned from the group, gone. But new people come in all the time. You've got Ukrainian hackers, you've got Russian hackers to deal with, and I'm dealing with them right now. Woke up in the morning again to another one of my fucking accounts that stupid me didn't activate my 2FA, and money was withdrawn in the morning, right? And I reached out, I'm like, guys, I didn't do that. Like, come on, man, my wallet address is on your account. You know that wasn't to me. You know, I've been speaking with the developers. They're like, yeah, your two-factor authentication's not on either. I'm like, right. So clearly, like, this is a very, very risky space, guys, from rug pulls to hackers. Okay, this happens. Honesty is not a thing amongst project owners in DeFi. Look at Bruno X if you want honesty. Look at 101 Moneymaker if you want real trading. Look at Cairo effects. You know, look at 9x profits. I play a lot of risky games, guys, and I don't share them in this group, right? Because I made the decision. I'm one of the people that actually cares about other people losing money. I hate it. And like I said, I'm on a mission to find good protocols and a sea of bad ones, right? This group is going to grow. There's going to be shitty people come in. There's going to be scammers come in. This is Telegram. If anybody messages you from me, from a fake account, just block and report them, guys, because I won't do that. You've been in the group long enough to understand that unless I'm asked to reach out or you reach out to me, I don't message you guys privately. All right, I'm too busy to start multiple conversations in a day saying, welcome to the group, guys. If you're here, welcome to the group, right? We're all trying to find winners in a sea of shitty projects. Now, with that being said, DeFi. The whole goal to this thing, guys, is to get into projects early and get out with a bit of profit. Not happening as much as it used to anymore, right? I'm in a game right now that's hourly earnings. The developer said, hey, man, jump in and try this one out. He's like, I don't know how long it'll last. It might last a week. I went in and I put in $50 and I've already pulled out 65 in less than 2 days. You know, there are projects out there that allow you to win. Problem is, there's too many out there that don't. So anybody in this group, if you have projects to share them with the group. Don't post personal links. This is my group. I'm keeping spam out of it. All right, feel free to share any projects that you have. Try your best to vet them out and let people reach out to you personally. Invite them to reach out to you for your links. All right, because already, like I said, I'm getting attacked, hacked, impersonated, and this group's only been online for a couple months. All right, not my first group. I've been down this road many times. But hackers are real. Okay, scammers are real. The DeFi space is full of it. So just, I guess, a small rant, guys, but keep your fucking heads on a swivel. All right, if I share something in this group, it's because I'm in it and I feel like maybe it could last a few cycles. I don't share anything saying this is permanent. The only ones that you're going to really do well in are the ones that require a larger investment, unfortunately, right? The oil and gas one, $5,000 minimum. Vestigoil's $5,000 minimum to get into this one. Like, you can do 500, but you're only allowed to cycle 3 times, and then you have to buy the next plan up. They require more money. So with that being said, everything posted in this channel is a risk. We've got Nixo Trade not responding to me today. We've got issues with IMC that nobody's getting withdrawals and the chat's down. You got XP that's gone now, right? This happens all over the place. Peso problems, Asset Pacific problems. I can name 100 projects that have disappeared. Tradixis, gone. Like, there's tons of them. Gem Lightyear, gone. That's what DeFi is, all right? So there's a 6-minute kind of rant. I think I kept it sort of PG. I think maybe I swore a few times. But guys, realize something, okay, please, if you're in this group. We're all just navigating the space trying to find a few winners. If you go to the extreme of being pissed off and you want to form groups and chase people down like these QOP fucking clowns are doing, get out of DeFi. There's zero responsibility. These platforms are not registered to anybody's name. They hire people to promote it. That's what it is. You see somebody doing a Zoom call, chances are they're a hired person to do it unless they show you, hey guys, look, here's the trading, here's the bot, here's everything. If there's no transparency, it's money in versus money out. Get in early, play with a small amount of risk capital, and hope to make a lot of money. I don't want to see people jumping in with 5K and 10K into new projects, guys, that we don't know anything about. All right? I have a friend of mine, I shouldn't call him a friend, but an acquaintance, a guy I've been talking to for a few years. Very good trader. Taught me a lot about trading, and he is going to start his own protocol. He knows nothing about it at all. He's like, I don't know anything about running a DeFi protocol. He says, but I keep going into DeFi protocols and getting robbed. He's like, these fucking guys can't keep these things going for longer than a month. He's like, I could easily take people's money, trade with it, and keep this thing going for at least 2 years. And I said, so do it. He's thinking about it. If that comes, I'll be transparent on my videos when I show you guys. I'll be like, listen, this is my boy's thing, or whatever, my acquaintance's thing. This one could last. You're going to guaranteed get at least 4 to 5 months out of him. He's a good trader. You know, anything can happen. It's real trading, but this is what the game needs. Until that game, we'll still call it a game, is released, everything else is speculation, because I don't know anybody behind the scenes other than reaching out to support, right? And let's be honest, support lies more than, you know, half the people alive on earth. Their job is to sell. So anyways, that being said, guys, be careful. Everything is a gamble on this channel. Please understand that. I know there's a lot of new people coming in. Half of these are scammers. And when I find out, you'll be banned. If anybody's in this group getting messages from other people in the group about, hey, want to share this and share that, let me know, guys. If it's uncomfortable, or block them, but let me know so I can get them out of the group. All right? It's already starting to happen. And like I said, I've been hacked a few times from people that are just in here fucking watching with, you know, open eyeballs. So keep your shit private. Don't share any codes. Don't share any passwords, guys. And keep your head up. All right? DeFi's a mess right now. Well, that was fun. I just left a 6-minute message and hit delete instead of send. That was fantastic. Well, I'm not going to repeat everything, guys. I was basically just saying, you know, the projects I posted above, they got solid teams behind them. These people I actually have been talking to, they've actually got a background behind them. IMC, that Irina girl, she tricked the shit out of me. She came in, we were messaging each other back and forth. She was showing me her past project. It lasted 8 months. You know, infiltrated. Right? So I fell for that one. I like ITP, but I also play these games a lot, guys, and I understand the risks. I do day trading as well, right? So I would highly recommend, guys, start learning how to read charts. Learn about Bollinger Bands, learn about the EMAs, learn about the RSI and the MACDs, right? Learn the indicators, start doing your own day trading. It's very, very lucrative if you can learn how to do it right. Now, nobody's 100%, right? I win about 75 to 80% of my trades, and I lose the rest, right? So I make money every day doing day trading, which is how I can come on here and play these little games. But I've been tricked so many times since I started this group. I never knew how gullible I was. Okay, I have a real problem with trying to be able to trust people. I trust too easily. So when someone's like, yeah, I'm going to do this, I usually take their word for it, you know, but I got to realize that we're in DeFi. So, you know, Salim and the whole Asset Pacific, you know, cult that came in here, and then Irina came in here, and we had, you know, there's been multiple owners of projects that I'm sharing on YouTube that I'm not paid to share, guys. Like, I'm not these big guys on YouTube that people pay to share their projects, right? So this is my own money going into these protocols. And then all of a sudden you see the owner or the admin or something like that comes into the group. And you're like, huh, what's this about? And you're going to monitor now? And I remove them all the time, guys. I'm constantly removing people from this group. But with that being said, it's dangerous in DeFi, guys. It's hard to find the ones that are going to stick around. And the ones that do stick around, they're all on the pinned list up top. The only one that's been taken off that pinned list up top was Asset Pacific. All the rest of them are still there. Okay, that means that since the start of this channel, those guys are still pumping. But nobody looks at the Bruno X's or the 101 money makers because they're low paying guys. We're all degens in our own way. We like those 1 to 5, or I guess 2 to 5% a day returns that we never actually get. Bruno X has been around since October. Guys, go watch the video that I put up about is DeFi dead. Look at the projects that I spoke about at the start. Everybody's experience is going to be different. Like Legit Miners is a perfect example. That thing's been perfect for me. One of my top protocols since January 1st. But I know other people that have been, traveling or doing whatever, and they log into the site picks up a different IP address, and they've been blocked from their account. Okay, I don't agree with it. I've reached out to the owner and tried to defend these people, but they're like, man, we don't know if it's fraud or if it isn't. Right? If people are logging in from all over the world, we think their account's been hacked. We think that there's something fishy going on. Their system picks it up and they lose the account. I have no power over that. So everybody's going to have a different excuse. But with that being said, sorry, my daughter was just yelling at me in the background. excuse me. So everybody's going to have a different experience, not excuse, with each platform, guys. But again, you know, we got real estate options. You don't know me from a hole in the ground, but everything that's done with real estate is done through lawyers. It's done through joint venture agreements. There's actual contracts, right? I buy rental properties in the Dominican and we rent them out. They're a good moneymaker, guys, but you're not earning DeFi money. You're talking about if it's a loan, 10 to 12% a year. If you want to do joint ventures, you're splitting the profits. There's all types of way to structure the deal, right? But with that being said, that's a real option. There's also the oil and gas deal that Ryan's presented. I'm surprised more people haven't jumped into that one, right? There's all types of things that can get away from DeFi. But guys, I'm going to continuously jump into these games. All right, I just got finished playing a game that was hourly and it paid me for 2 days, right? And the guy said, we're probably going to get a few days out of this. I said, okay, I'll try it out. I put 50 in, I pulled 72 out, right? So this stuff, it's a weird space, guys. That's why you have to treat it like it's just fun. Oh, I'm going to try this one out, $100. You know, don't go 5K, 10K. I'm watching a lot of people go crazy in these projects. Do that in the real world assets. Or put it into something that is more stable than one of these newer projects that people are jumping into the group and praising. If you see somebody jump into the group in the future and show a $70,000 withdrawal, ignore that project altogether, guys. Anyways, it's a mess out there. I could talk all day about it. Just be safe, guys. The mining farm thing I can't do yet because I don't know if I'm leaving the country. All right, my country's a mess. Canada has went downhill. Cost of living is insane. I pay over $10,000 a month to live here, right? So special needs little boy, I got a daughter. A lot of things going on in this country that I'm just not happy with. My government, everything else, yada, yada, yada. You know, so I'm trying to get out of here. And this is why I said, you know, beginning of 2025, I'll have a better idea of what I want to do. I've got miners in the mail now, Doge and Caspa. They're going to be here probably within the next couple of weeks. So I'll be learning how to do that then. But with that being said, guys, I'm not doing it until I know what I'm doing. I want to get my family the hell out of here. I'd like to be in the Dominican, you know, managing my own rental properties, to be honest. Instead of paying someone else to do it, I'd rather have that as my business. And I'd rather be in the summer all year round. So that's why I'm not pushing the mining farm thing yet. And again, guys, if you know, when that thing gets off the ground, that's an opportunity for you. I don't know if I'm going to do one of these stupid little protocols because doesn't really know. I don't know if it makes a lot of sense to do that. I think I'll just let a few people jump in and we'll just earn off of it, because the more people that jump in, I'm not trying to grow something to be like a whole warehouse. I just want to have enough that we can mine and be profitable, right? So again, lots of work going into that in the background, but real estate too, guys. There's all types of real world assets we can jump on Zoom calls and discuss face to face, you know. But DeFi, it's a risk every time, guys. I'm going to try to keep this one less than 7 minutes. 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Perfect timing. Anyways, guys, I got to go get the kids ready for school, but just be careful out there, guys. Understand that I don't want to see anybody get hurt, but I'm going to continue to play these games, okay? I'm a crazy person when it comes to this shit. Many people in this group actually know me, you know, like not just, you know, from my YouTube channel, that they've known me long before that. So, yeah, I wear my heart on my sleeve, guys. I'm not trying to see anybody get hurt, but I'm going to document what I'm doing. I think we're still allowed to do that, even in Canada. But just be careful out there, guys, all right? Take a look at them for what they are. They're games. Do you think you can get one cycle out of them? If the answer is yes, try them out, all right? If the answer is absolutely not, stay as far away from them as you can, guys. What's going on, everybody? Just wanted to leave this quick message here because I'm going to leave the group down like this for a little bit, where I can post, and that's pretty much it for right now. You know, I'm a part of other Telegram groups that do this, and this is why I did it last night. They do it to avoid the scammers and the spammers and the people that come in and prey on people that are new to the space, right? I've been in DeFi for over 6 years and crypto for a little longer. So I understand the scams. I understand that there's scammers, and I understand that you need to keep yourself protected. When I created my new YouTube channel, it was because literally I had a grudge of all the rug pulls that happened last year, and I made a goal to myself and a promise that I'm going to navigate the space and find some winners, right? If you lose money, your goal should be to try to rebuild it. Many people jump into DeFi, lose a bit, and then they leave. They're like, no, I'm not doing this no more. And good for them, because they probably don't lose as much as people like myself. But I'm on a mission to find some solid projects that are going to last. Everybody's experience is going to be different in each project. It's just the way that it is, right? Now, I'm not the big paid YouTuber, so I'm putting my own money into these protocols, and when it goes away, I'm losing just like you guys. All right, so we've got some good projects, we've got some bad ones. But the problem is, With Telegram, it is so unregulated. It became super popular when people like myself started to speak up against the problems in the world a couple years ago and got banned on all other social media. That's when Telegram blew up. It became a censor-free place for people to go speak freely on, and that is why I'm still on Telegram today. Now I'm doing crypto and DeFi because I don't care about screaming about the world anymore. So that brings me here, right? Which is also why I understand that this system, this platform, Telegram, can be infiltrated really quick. Okay, since this group started, there has been fake accounts, scammers get together and flood into the group and say, hey, let's try to get these guys into this protocol. They make everything look real good. $60,000 withdrawals, $100,000 deposits, you know, big ballers, right? And we fall prey for that, or I guess fall victim to that. And I did for sure. I'm like, wow, these guys are getting 62,000 and now you just throw money in, right? And people see that, their eyes bulge out and they're like, wow, this company's paying, until it doesn't, right? And most of them do stop paying at some point. So with that being said, had a couple conversations yesterday with people that I gave the benefit of the doubt to. And as soon as the messages start coming into my inbox, I'm like, yeah, good, delete, goodbye, right? Because you can just tell what they're up to. How's your family? How's the weather up there? Like, who has small talk with strangers, guys? Nobody. Get to the point and move on, right? So, DeFi being as risky as it is, I lose enough money as it is on my own. I don't need any help with that. So I'm not going to allow people to come in and infiltrate the group. I've made everybody, all members are now private, so nobody can see it. You shouldn't be getting any messages from anybody anymore from inside this group, you know, in order to protect myself and you guys. Everybody's willing, or everybody is able to reach out to me whenever they want to. Okay, if you message me and it's some shady shit, I'm just going to delete you and block you and you're going to be out of the group. It doesn't matter. This is a space for me to document my journey. I can't document your journey into this space, guys. It's impossible, right? I'm still allowed to do that as far as I know. So with that being said, I'm going to leave the group like this for a little bit, just because of certain incidences with people like Irina from IMC Trading, right? Somebody brought her to me. They're like, hey, I want you to meet this girl. She's putting together a project. This thing is going to be a big deal. She really knows what she's doing. And I come to find out it's the same group of Russian hackers that have been messing with me now for over a month. Okay, they've gotten into my accounts. They've taken withdrawals. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. I got the email for these people. I you know, reverse searched it. It's a Ukrainian and a Russian person. There's two different people, and they're both trying to get into my account. So they've done it successfully a couple times, right? Probably in this group, like a bunch of scumbags just watching and preying on everybody. So I've decided to keep the group like this for right now, until I can figure it out. If I can do, you know, special permissions for people that I know personally, because I actually have some people in this group that I consider to be my friends that I've known longer than this group. And it bothers me to not be able to allow people to post. But you see what's happening, right? There's people sitting in this group that don't say a word for 3 months. Not a word. Didn't even know they were in the group until you come in and say, hey, be careful of this project. It's looking a little fishy now. Then they're like, wow, look at my huge, massive withdrawal. The company's great. Yeah, well, some people are being taxed and some people aren't getting withdrawals and some people are getting bonuses that they're claiming they have to pay 20% to get. You know, if you don't get it, if you don't pay the 14%, guess what? Your money's locked in. So that's a scam, guys. All right? So if you're one of those people in the group, just hit the delete button and get out of here because you look like an idiot. At this point, you know, we're talking about projects with problems with a project, and you guys are like, no, it's great. It's paying me 60K. You're lying, okay? And this is why the group has to be like this for right now. So I'm doing this until I can figure out some settings, guys. It might end up staying like this forever. I don't know. My whole entire goal is not to get people hurt and not to get people ripped off. It's to navigate the space, present options I feel like at the time are good ones, and hopefully they can last long enough for us to make a little bit of money back. Right? That's the whole entire goal. It's not to come in here and have people force rug projects on us with photoshopped withdrawals and all that kind of stuff. So, without getting too long-winded here, this is the way it's going to be for a bit. I need my name to be honest, right? I don't want any bullshit attached to it just because scammers decide to take advantage of me because I get excited about something that I see that isn't exactly delivering what they said it was going to deliver. Okay? And this is happening over and over and over and over again in the DeFi space. So I need to be able to make my own decisions without people influencing them. And if I'm wrong because of me. So this is what I'm doing going forward, guys. You know, when I start my Bitcoin mining farm, I don't want people to be like, oh yeah, that's the guy that went into all these rug pulls. No, I'm doing this honestly, and most people that actually know me will tell you I'm probably one of the last honest people remaining in this space. Now, I'll give credit to Ryan because he's the same way. He tells the truth, he doesn't sugarcoat nothing, and that's the way I do it. All right, so going forward, guys, we're going to see what happens with the group. I'm not shutting it down, but it might just be like this for a little while because it's just getting too dangerous, guys. It's getting too... it's attracting too many scammers because I'm the new guy, right? The new guy to Telegram and the new guy to DeFi. That's what they think. But I've been in this shit for a long time. It's just a new YouTube channel. Well, that being said, guys, hope everybody has a good day. And, feel free to reach out at any time. And I will definitely keep you guys updated on what's going on. But it's getting too crazy out there right now for me just to allow everybody to post and talk and, shill things. Guys, this is a perfect example of the issue with DeFi projects. Litecoin auto mining, I was in the plus. I broke even, I was up $60, and then I decided to throw another $300 at it. And what happens? I don't even get 2 payouts, right? So I'm actually at the end of the day down $200. It's funny because you get into projects that pay no problem and you just feel comfortable, right? And then you kind of forget the Ponzonomics behind it, that they can just flip the switch off. That's what just happened, right? There's people underneath me that are like, yeah, man, I broke even, I'm good. And then there's some other people that are like, I was close to breaking even. And then there was new people like, that jumped in right at the end and didn't get anything back. I was in the profits, and I decided to throw money back in, and I got fucked because of that, right? And this is why diversification is so important and why we need to be paying attention to the projects that are gaining momentum, right? Arbitrage Finance is one of those projects. Now, you got these monitors out there, the HYIP monitors, the HIP Connect guy, and all these people that are spreading FUD because they reach out to these guys and they say, hey, pay me, and I'll put a little paying symbol beside your name on my website, right? And this is how these guys make their money. And if the developers say no, then they start spreading FUD. And that's what's happening with some of the good projects that don't want to pay for promotion. They're like, no, we're going to, you got YouTubers spreading FUD, you've got HIP monitors spreading FUD, and then the good projects go away fast. Meanwhile, you can jump in there with $10 and start earning right away. And who knows if it's going to be a long run or not. But then you got projects like Litecoin auto mining that have been online for a long time. All of a sudden stop paying certain people and they keep paying other people, right? They're traps. And this is why I keep saying diversification. This is why I'm in 18 projects, right? I expect 95% of them to go away. So you find the good ones, you start parking more money into those ones, right? I also have liquidity pooling options, which I'm very close to opening up to public. I don't know if I want to do it just because, everybody wants to get in for cheap amounts, and it just becomes your inbox is full of stuff and people in your inbox every 2 days asking how the progress is, and becomes a nightmare. But the few people that I speak to in this group, most just sit around and watch. There's no interaction. There's a bunch of hackers, a bunch of scammers. And this is why the group is going to remain the way this is. I have people messaging me from this group saying, hey, why can't I see the members' names, right? These are people that are trying to go through the list to scam everybody. This is why it's hard for me to open it up for public conversation and have everybody being able to post in here, because I'm watching other groups just get sabotaged, right? So I might open it up. If anybody actually listens to this message that I speak with outside of the group, that we built kind of a relationship on, that knows what I do outside of this whole DeFi gambling space, I'm willing to bring you guys into my liquidity pools, but that's on you guys completely. You can message me outside of this. We can have the conversation. And again, more so to the people that I actually have a relationship built with. It's going to be a minimum of 500. There's no point going in less. It's not high paying. You get about 10% a month. It can change 10, 12% depending on what the yield is, but I don't play in the risky side of it. I do that on my own, right? Where you get a little bit more money, but you can also lose some. In liquidity pooling, if you play with solid coins like Solana and USDC pair, you're more inclined to get a lower payout every day, but it's a stable income. You play with full range, you let it fly, and you just build your money, right? But it's, again, you're looking at about 10 to 12% a month. You're interested in something like that that's more safe, reach out to me privately. All right, but in this space, the DeFi gambling arena, the slot machines, the online casino, nothing is guaranteed, right? For me right now, I've got B-Marge, I've got OSIGNOT, I've got Pega Phoenix that's looking really, really good. Arbitrage Finance is looking solid just because I know the developer behind it and I know his intentions. But again, there's no promises, guys. It has to gain attention, right? There's plans for future down the road and more sustainability, but again, it's got to gain steam, right? I've also got a couple other projects that I would say are really good. Bruno X is very stable. You know, there's a few out there that are performing. I've also got many gamble plays that I expect as I wake up in the morning, they've rugged overnight. Many of them are still going, right? This is the ticket, is having a whole bunch. But regardless, man, there's a lesson to be learned here, guys, and that's why I left this message. Any project can be good for one person and not good for the next. I have many projects that are paying me that aren't paying my downline. And I've also got projects that my downlines are sharing me withdrawals and I'm not getting paid. So again, it's up in the air in DeFi, guys. Always play with money that you can afford to lose because it's a real risk, right? I just lost $200 in Litecoin auto mining. So if the withdrawal doesn't come through, it's another lesson learned, right? But again, guys, I play with profit money from other projects and from trading and from other stuff. So it is what it is, but just be careful out there, guys. There's a ton of projects that are just coming to take your money for the upcoming bull run. So just be cautious. Hey, good morning, everybody. This is just a message for anybody that has joined Zincor. Everything is fine with them, but there's a bug in the system that is not allowing withdrawals if you have your 2FA on. So if you're in the platform and you're going to take a withdrawal, disable your 2FA, take the withdrawal, and then put your 2FA back on. Until they get that fixed, that's the only way to get the withdrawals out. They're still landing instantly, guys. It's just you have to put that two-factor authentication to disabled before you can take the withdrawal out. That way the withdrawal button works. What's up, everybody? Just wanted to say, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry about the rant above. I wake up every morning and I have about 15 to 20 projects at any given day that I have to look through, see if they're still around, and if they've rugged, I have to be the awesome person to announce that. It's not fun, guys. My own money gets destroyed in the space just like everybody else's. Then I got to go through 15, 20 messages every morning. People pissed off because a project isn't paying. People asking me to reach out to the support team, which I do every time, guys. And I get the same response every time, or I get no response. I have access to the same support team as you guys do, and it's frustrating. I hate that they don't respond, and I go to war with some of these people. Some of the messages I leave have my accounts deleted. All right, so I've lost in projects going to bat for people underneath me. However, I also have people that are messaging me with threats and this, that, and the other thing. It's just, when you're somebody that goes public, trying to figure out a space as messy as DeFi, there's a lot of shit that comes with it on the back end as well, guys. All right, so we all are responsible for hitting the send button. I lose money daily in this space. With the amount of projects I bring to the channel, with the amount of things that I try out, the amount of projects that end up going away, that's all money for me, guys. Many projects I get into house money. Some projects I get in and I'm like the cursed person that ends the project. I jump in, I deposit, I take a withdrawal, and the project rugs. That's what happened with OSIGNOT. This thing's been around apparently for 4 years. I jump in it, get a couple withdrawals, I'm loving the project, and it disappears. Right? Many projects that I've jumped in that nobody else has rugged. Nobody says anything, and I'm not here for sympathy. But it's the principle behind it. Nobody's like, hey man, so it sucks to see that you lost in that project. I feel bad when everybody loses. This is why I decided to start my channel and try to navigate this messy space, guys. All right, these games come with absolutely no insurance, absolutely no promises. I say it in every video, there's no crystal balls, guys. And anytime I reach out to a project when people aren't getting paid, they give me the IP address excuse. Like I said in my last video, I don't believe it all the time. And I don't think that it's fair. I think it's nonsense. I've been hit with this too. Times where I have used other IP addresses when I've went on vacation and checked in on my projects. But I've also had it happen on times where I didn't use another IP address, guys. So I believe you when you say that it's not happening. All I can say though is this is the response that I keep getting. I can't dig in any deeper than that. I don't know the developers. I don't have access to behind the scenes, guys. Many people do admit to using different IP addresses. It's a mistake a lot of us make by using Wi-Fi's when we're at coffee shops, vacation, a friend's house, family, whatever, it changes the IP address. Some platforms care, some don't. That being said, guys, this isn't a space for everybody. There's days where I feel like hanging my hat up. But then you run into projects like BMarge, that are paying you, legit miners, Healthy Harvest, Polyvera, these companies that are just coming in and doing what they're supposed to. These are the things that keep me looking because I know that they exist, guys. All right? Everybody's going to have a different experience in every project. GNC Mining is paying every single person that is under me in that project. That is a flawless platform right now. Many other projects aren't doing the same. Okay, I'm in projects that are paying my downline, but they're not paying me. And when somebody sends me a withdrawal, hey man, I just got a withdrawal from Litecoin Auto Mining, which stopped paying me a month ago, I say good. I hope it keeps paying you guys. It doesn't hurt me that I lost and somebody else is winning. I want everybody to win. But it's irritating the back end stuff that I have to deal with all the time in this space, guys. So that's why every now and again I got to come on here and just say, grow up. We're all adults here. At least I hope most people are adults in this group, because if you're not, definitely exit the DeFi space. But that being said, guys, sorry but not sorry kind of deal. I don't mean to sound like an asshole, but again, my YouTube channel gets bombarded by the same rhetorical questions over and over again, the same people saying the same things, and I got to constantly revisit the same answers. It's frustrating, guys. All right, the DeFi space is a mess. You either gamble in it or you don't. Nobody goes to the casino, throws $100 on red, loses, and gets mad and asks for the casino manager. Right? It's gambling, guys. We all need to understand this, and this is why I say put your big boy pants on if you're going to join this group, because all I do at the end of the day is share what I'm doing in real time. It bothers me that I come on here and share videos of projects that are paying me, and then somebody reaches out and says it's not paying me. I go to bat and I ask the questions, but I can't go any further than the answer that these guys give you. Right? Most of these projects are scams, guys. We just hope to get in early enough to cycle as many times as we need to get into house money. All right? I'm going to continue playing the game. This is what I do. I accept the wins. I accept the losses. I know that this is going to happen probably 80% of the time. These companies are going to rug. Everybody needs to understand that. There's no malicious intent. It's just the way that it happens. It's the roll of the dice, guys. All right? Be careful and pick wisely. Play with money that you can afford to lose. I say it all the time. I learned day trading. So there's times, guys, where I'll make a very successful day in day trading, a couple $1,000, and I'll throw a couple hundred over here, a couple hundred over here, a couple hundred over here, and I just play around with these projects. That's why I go in small, guys. When I find good ones, I start to slowly build on those. Figure out your own plan, figure out your own method, but understand the risks, guys, and don't point fingers, because it's just one of those things where when you're somebody that puts your face behind a project, everybody automatically thinks you're shilling it. Meanwhile, we're just documenting the projects, trying to give the public a true insight onto whether they're working or whether they're not. Sometimes it's not the same for everybody, guys. All right, so with that being said, there's another 6-minute voice message blabbering away about the DeFi space. Be cautious out there, guys, but don't point fingers, all right? It's a messy space. Good morning, everybody. A little story for you. So last year, from September to December, was the rug pull capital of DeFi. I had a channel, Coin Ventures, with well over 12,000 subscribers. And because all these rug pulls happened, and I wasn't disclaiming enough, I guess, the channel was reported and it was taken down. Digital Degen is my retake. This is the rebirth of what I used to do. At this stage, we're coming into that time of year again. So I'm just letting everybody know that from my observations, Christmas time is when these guys come in to steal a lot of your money. So be cautious on what projects you pick. Be cautious on the amounts that you throw in, guys, because I feel like we're going to just repeat what we did last year. All right, I could be wrong. Hopefully we're wrong. But just a heads up, guys. Usually from September to December in this space becomes a nightmare. All right, so play with risk capital, like I always say, guys, and join the projects wisely. All right, we've seen Zeta 25 and possibly Accelero. They could be done. And again, you look at Accelero, 86 days, that's a pretty good run. Victims of not getting in early enough, I guess. But just be careful out there, guys, because right now we're running into that situation, I think, where it's coming that, they're going to try to steal for Christmas. So just be cautious, guys. We've got some good projects. And I'm going to be obviously jumping into all types of gamble plays. It's what I do, but just be careful. Look at some of the more stable projects. I almost said stolid. Maybe it's a new word. Look at the stolid projects. Check out legit miners. Look at BMarge. Look at BeyondBit. Maybe avoid some of these riskier ones. Because right now, I think we're coming back into that time, guys. So just be careful, because if Zeta 25 is gone and Accelero is gone, I mean, that's, it's quite a bit of money. So that being said, guys, I accept the loss. That's what happens in this space. I fully get it. If I didn't have trading and liquidity pooling in the background here, I might not have cash to keep going in this space, right? But I keep doing other things proactively that I'm in charge of, right? If I'm in control of a trade, it's my fault what happens, win or lose. If I'm in control of my liquidity pooling, I get to pick the percentage I get paid, right? So there's other avenues in cryptos, guys, to build your bags up, right? Just be cautious. That's just a little heads up. What's going on, Degens? Just thought I would jump on here and leave a quick voice message. Listen, this person that's going around messaging everybody saying, hey, welcome to the Digital Degen group. How long have you been around? I'm doing a survey. It's not me, guys. All right, I don't reach out. You guys have been in the group long enough to understand what I'm doing here. I'm just literally documenting what I'm in, presenting the opportunity as I see them, gambling away, guys, in the DeFi space. Okay, I don't reach out to any of you. You're more than welcome to reach out to me. Inbox me with any questions. If you see a video, reach out. I'll give you all the details, honestly, on every project that I jump into, guys. All right, there's another one that I'm planning on jumping into that's insane. It's 15% daily. Right, I'm having good luck in these high-paying projects right now, so I'm having fun. I think in the next couple months, we're going to start seeing a massive decline in projects. I think we're going to see a lot of rug pulls coming, because that's what happened last year. Between September and December was a bloodbath last year in this space, which is why I created this channel, to try to navigate through it. Right, I know the risks, guys. I know that every time I put money into a project, I could lose it. And I'm trying to portray that to everybody else as well. Now, sometimes you get lucky. And in this space, you're addicted to the opportunity, to the possibility of getting the money that they say they're going to pay you. Right? They don't always work out, guys. We've seen that. But we've also seen good luck this year as well. The problem I deal with is I've got people in my inbox constantly shilling me projects as well, guys. So I'm looking through projects constantly. Half of my day is doing videos. A couple hours is literally looking through new projects. I jump into the ones that I see fit. But what I don't do is message people privately saying, hey guys, I have a private opportunity, or hey, have you checked out this project? Every project that I jump into, minus one or two randoms, I post them here. I do videos on them and I post them. Every single project that I jump into, I document it. That's the whole purpose of the channel, guys. If the project goes away, and I know about it, the links come down. My videos, I'm not one of those YouTubers that leaves my videos up. They come down the second I hear anything bad about them. Because what's happening a lot of times is these projects are staying open, allowing people to deposit once they stop paying. Litecoin auto mining. I just seen somebody post in another group that they think it's one of the best projects. They've been getting paid for a year. I've got like $600 in that account. They stopped paying me. Right? And again, my own money, guys. Litecoin auto mining didn't fund me to do a project. I jumped into that with my own money and I built it up. And I added more. And when I put my new stake in, it went away. It's the risk that everybody runs. But another risk that we're running into are these people that are coming out pretending to be me, pretending to be Bitbull, pretending to be Chris from Venom DeFi. Ryan from Degenerate Passive Income, when he used to do what we're doing in the DeFi space before he got into the brand ambassador plan, he dealt with this too. People go around pretending to be you, scamming. All right, guys, I will never reach out to you guys saying, hey, check out this project, or hey, welcome to my group. If you're in the group, it's welcome to the group already, guys. All right, don't fall for it. I can't protect you against that. If you fall for some fake me on Telegram, I can't do anything about it, guys. So just be cautious. If they reach out to you, tell them to fuck off or have some fun with them. See if you can get them in under you in one project or something. Just be careful, guys. All right, guys, I'm going to keep this quick. Sometimes I get a little pissed off and I got to address some things. But one thing in the world that's really been driving me nuts since, 4 years ago, has really became evident, is the weakness in people, right? Everybody's turned into a Karen. Everybody's self-centered. My feelings, they don't fucking matter. Okay, nobody cares. That ship sailed years ago. Above, you're seeing a picture from Rolex Investments. Okay, this is my own money. It's not a funded account. You guys all think, oh, every YouTuber's funded and blah, blah, blah. It's bullshit. All right. Maybe some of the bigger YouTubers get funded accounts all the time. I put a lot of my own money into this space. And above, Rolex Investments messages me, hey, we're getting complaints that you're removing videos, sir. Why aren't you promoting our platform still? And my next message to them, always remember, guys, I'm doing this for free. It's my own money. All right. So for somebody to go behind my back and complain and cry that I removed a video while they were in maintenance mode without telling anybody they're in maintenance mode, I was trying to protect the audience, my channel, the brand, the viewers, you name it. Because a lot of times when these companies go down for maintenance, you can still deposit. And if they don't come back from maintenance, I'm the guy that brought people into that project, right? So when I see a problem, I take it down, guys. So somebody went behind my back, and I'm pretty sure it's Bonnie or Patty, one of those two crybaby Karens that comment negative shit on every single YouTuber's videos. I've hidden them from my channel, so they're probably just commenting and commenting and commenting and commenting, wondering why nobody's responding, right? I don't have time for it, guys. I actually hate people that do this, a true hatred, right? So if you're somebody that feels like you need to reach out to projects or dictate how I'm doing my presentation of a project or how I'm running my YouTube channel or how I'm running my Telegram group, kindly fuck off out of the group, okay? Unsubscribe from the channel. I don't like crybabies. It's literally my biggest allergy on this planet. I get hives, I break out in bumps and rashes when I'm around people that are crybabies. All right, the whole my feelings ship sailed fucking 4 years ago. All right, guys, so sorry for the message, but again, at the end of the day, I'm here documenting my journey through the good and through the bad, right? You see what just happened with B-Marge? You think I like to come on here and make these fucking announcements? It sucks. That was my favorite project. I had somebody message me yesterday saying, hey, bro, B-Marge is done. I'm like, no way. I didn't believe it. Went in for a withdrawal, went to pending for the first time since March. So they're either doing some changeovers or they're gone, guys, right? I have to come on and announce it. You think I enjoy going and fucking removing hours worth of videos? Like every video I do takes me about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes with editing and filming and the information that I put out. And then I got to go back and delete them all. V-Marge was like 100 videos. Like there was so many videos that I have to just delete now. Gone. Work wasted. Right? It's not an easy space. It's a lot easier just being the person that's watching the videos and throwing money into platforms. All right? But there's no situation in this space, world, or realm that we live in that I'm going to accept or deal with Karens or crybabies, especially in the DeFi space. It's gambling, guys. If you put money into a project and you lose some money, own it. Like I do every single time, right? Same thing happened with Lucky Mints, guys. I just threw 150 bucks in. I took my first withdrawal. Before it even landed, I threw another 500 in, and overnight, gone, poof, right? So there's 650 bucks gone. Nobody ever reaches out to me and says, oh, bro, so sorry you lost that money. No, never, because I'm just the YouTuber, right? I'm just the guy that has the group. I'm just the guy that gets referrals that I barely ever fucking get, because a lot of people, number one, don't sign up. And number two, if they do, they're actually cheap enough that they'll avoid your link, even though it doesn't come out of their pocket, and they'll go sign up above you. And I know this happens because then when there's a problem, they reach out to me like, hey, bro, I'm not getting paid, blah, blah, blah. So I reach out to the support team, and they're like, they're not even underneath you, right? So the space is just full of scumbags already. So I don't need to add crybabies and Karens to it as well. All right, guys, Rolex Investments is still paying. I can't do videos on it until the end of the week, every 7 days. So I filmed another one. I addressed the Karens, had a little bit of a small rant, and I figured I'd address the group because I know that the people are probably in here that are doing it. So grow up a little bit, guys, or simply fuck off. Have a great day. All right, good morning, everybody. I just wanted to come on here and leave a brief message because I am kind of in the dark on what's going on with money flow. What I am learning, though, by talking to the support guys is that they're a bunch of assholes. Okay, they're not a good team behind it as like personality wise goes. They're snarky with their responses. They don't really take the time to explain anything. They've LOL'd a couple comments that I've seen. So yeah, just be a little cautious, guys. I haven't had to take anything out of that company. I pulled 12 bucks out earlier and it landed. This was a couple days ago, but I haven't had to take a withdrawal since. So if this is a new issue, then I guess I will find out either later today or tomorrow. With that being said, though, I'm not going to pump anything else into that one, just in case. Okay. There is a sister company to that called ATM 2024. Some of you might be in it. It's working so far. There's also another one that I just had brought to me this morning from a friend of mine. Okay, and he knows the developer behind this protocol. What they did was, apparently these guys lost money twice in money flow. So they said, you know what, we can do this way better. And this development team is apparently a solid development team. Now, I can't say anything beyond that. I'm just going off of a friend's word. But it's the exact same thing as money flow. But you can start with whatever case you want. If you want to jump to the 2000, you can go right ahead and do that. If you want to buy, you know, the $25 case, you can buy that. If you want to buy the $25 case 3 times in a row, you can do that as well. So they've got a little bit of a different principle, but it's the exact same site. They literally mirror imaged it. And they said, you know what, we're going to show them how it's done. So I don't know for sure if it's going to last. I'm not telling anybody to get into it. This is just my disclaimer before I post the video on my YouTube channel. Okay, I don't come in here and put every single video that I do on YouTube in the chat group. If you guys want me to do that, feel free to let me know. But I don't try to bomb the chat group with everything. I jump into a lot of programs that a lot of people probably shouldn't, that I'm doing for content, right? I'm trying to build my new YouTube channel. They deleted my old one. I had about 13,000 subscribers on my Coin Ventures channel, and they took that one down. I have no idea what happened, but it's gone. So I'm in the rebuild phase. So I jump into a lot of things that I recommend a lot of people don't follow me into, and I state that very clearly in the videos of those projects. With that being said, I'm jumping into this new one because that's what I do. All right. So I'm going to try some of the higher packages. I'm not going right to the top, but I mean, I might do maybe the 75. I might try the 200. I'm going to see what happens. So I'm going to be jumping into that one. This is just my disclosure to the people in this group. If you do follow my YouTube channel, you can avoid this one. You can avoid every single project we talk about on that channel. It's completely up to you guys. I'm just documenting what I'm doing in this space because I enjoy it. Okay, so I don't know what's going on with money flow. I've pulled 12 out. I invested 25. So, I mean, they got me for 13. Not a big deal for me, considering ROI bit just took off with 300 bucks of mine, right? So these things happen. It's DeFi. And again, you know, there's the safer projects listed in the top of this chat group in the pinned messages. The ones on the very top are the safest plays that I consider to be the number ones right now. So that being said, take a look at Gem Lightyear. Take a look at Cairo effects. Take a look at XB. You know, these protocols are going to be around for a while. Anyways, with that being said, guys, I will be dropping a new video on that protocol. This is just me letting you guys know ahead of time. It's the exact same website as MoneyFlow. These developers literally said, we're going to show them how it's done. So that being said, that's just a little disclaimer, a little warning, guys. You don't have to go into any of these protocols. Make your own decisions. I'm just giving you guys the heads up in advance. Okay, I think that this development team might be one that could actually try to make this thing last, because money flow seems like they're just coming in and stealing it. So if there's an issue with withdrawals and it doesn't get resolved, money flow is done. If they do resolve it and I hear about withdrawals, I'll also keep you updated on that. Hey, what's going on, guys? I thought I would share this here with you. I don't know if you know about Spritz Finance or if you don't, but it's a cheap way to on and off ramp your cryptos. It's also, it's a bank basically, guys. You can put in your cryptocurrency, you can pay bills with it. They don't report to the government. It's completely off the grid. Good way to protect your money. Probably a lot safer than using the banks if anybody's up to date on what's going on in the world. But anyways, completely off topic. It's not a DeFi protocol, none of that. It's just something that you can use to on and off ramp cryptos, to pay bills. There's all types of features behind it, and they don't report it at all. Your information is completely silent. You don't have to, you know, there's no KYC. You don't have to do any of that kind of stuff, guys. So I thought I would share that with you because obviously if people are in the crypto space, you're clearly looking for alternative methods of currency. Given the current state of the world, it's probably a good spot is to keep your money out of the banks, which is what I do. That's why I have a condo in the Dominican, and I'm looking at some other properties, and I don't really trust the banks too much. So for anybody on the same type of mindset as me, this would be a great spot to get signed up, guys.
Sorry about that, guys. I didn't realize that my thumb slipped off when I was recording that. Basically, all I was going to say is that at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what your upline says. It doesn't matter what a lawyer friend says. It doesn't matter what support tells you guys. If the company decides that there isn't enough interest or money coming into the protocol, They can go away whenever they decide to turn off the switch. Okay, 98% of these projects are money in versus money out. Okay, so understand that right off the bat, guys. When you see me do videos, I'm very honest and I do two things. Number one, I'm like, hey, I like this one. There's real trading behind it. I feel like this one could go into the future. Or I say, hey, this one, complete degen play. It's a gamble. It's an online slot machine, no different than going to the casino, blah, blah, blah. Like we all say, don't follow me into this one. The problem is most people follow me into those ones, right? And this is just, it's my own mistakes as well. Somebody brings me a project 15% a day. I'm like, yeah, this one's not going to last. But then I throw money into it and it doesn't last, right? The thing that I want to keep down in this group is links. Okay, I see people kind of sneaking in and throwing a link here and there. I had a group previous to this that a guy did that, threw a link in the group. Everybody clicked it and everybody's phone was hacked. Okay, it was a nightmare. So I'm sharing links to projects that I'm in my group. If you guys want to show links and do all that kind of stuff, I'm cool with it. Just create your own group. You know, this is just for me to kind of try to navigate the space after last year's nightmare, right? I got a bit of a grudge in the DeFi space right now, you could say, after the, rug pull season at the last quarter of last year. But we got to keep it down. Another thing I don't want to see anymore in here, guys, is your massive $60,000 withdrawals, because I'm not saying this is the case, but I've had many people send me stuff like that that's been clearly photoshopped. And, if you see a large withdrawal like that, photoshopped or real, and maybe they're real. Like, I think they probably are real if you guys are playing with that kind of crazy money in this risky space, and, good for you guys. But that pushes people to want to jump in. Somebody sees a $60,000 withdrawal, like, just another day, right? They're going to jump into that project. And then if it is gone, people have lost money based on a decision that they didn't actually get to rationally make themselves. All right? So we got to keep this a little bit more structured, guys. This is literally the wild, wild west of money making right now. It's became more of a gamble than an investment. Okay? There's solid projects out there, guys. Okay? The links pinned above in this group are solid enough projects right now. Legit miners, people are complaining about a few things. I've never had an issue. So I can only go off of my personal experience in these projects. All right, guys, but listen, hopefully Peso is all right. Hopefully Asset Pacific comes back. I don't have a good feeling about either of them. I hope you're right, Salim, that it's just maintenance with Peso. But again, my trust has been shattered, guys, in the last year in this space. And like I said, I created this group because I got a grudge. And I'm basically at this point like, okay, we're going to navigate this one way or another, and we're going to find the good ones in a sea of shit, right? And that's kind of what we're trying to do. And this year, it's actually been not too bad. I've had some decent success. But then you find these other companies like Peso and Asset Pacific, and you're like, wow, I'm going to, everybody's showing these massive withdrawals, and it seems like it's just working out really well. So you throw bigger bags at it, and then they go away. Those ones are the ones that sting. Right? My $100 ones don't hurt. My $200 ones don't hurt. My $500 ones, they're a little slap. Like, wake up. Don't be so dumb next time. But they don't hurt as bad. You lose 5K, 10K, 15K. That's a big black mark, really, on your soul. It hurts. Okay? So I'm not going to ramble too long, guys. I'm just, getting over my cold here and still feeling a little foggy. But yeah, it had to be addressed. Remember, 98% of these things are money in versus money out. All right, and just look for the protocols with real trading behind them. Gem Lightyear is a good example of that, right? Soleti's a good example of that. XP, they're an arbitrage trading website. Good example of that. Bruno X, low paying, good example of that. There's also the private investment opportunity, guys, in the oil field through my buddy Ryan. Okay, it's $5,000 minimum to get in, 18% guaranteed a month. It's not in DeFi. This is a real investment. It's offered specifically to him from the owner of Bruno X. That's available to anybody that wants a passive income and doesn't have to worry about nothing, okay? But listen, protocol-wise, they're going to come and go. You're going to get maybe 2 to 5% of these things that stick around for the long term, guys. So please, if you're in this group and you listen to this, that's the most important thing you can get out of this message. 90 to 95% of them are money in versus money out. Once the interest dies down, they rug, right? Withdraw as many times as you can and take as much as you can out early into every protocol. The aim is to get into house money, and then really who cares after that? Problem is, we're not really getting to that space anymore because they don't last long enough. So be careful out there, guys. I'm not going to ramble on too long. Just understand that, it is definitely dangerous out there, and be very cautious. Okay, when I say on a video that I feel like this project could be something big into the future, I mean that. But again, that's only off of opinion. It doesn't mean that I'm right. Right? When I say stay away from this protocol, guys, it means that I can't get a hold of support. I can't find anything about them online, and so on. So always do your own research, guys, and please play with risk capital, small amounts, to test these new things out, because anytime they can just shut off. All right, guys, hopefully it comes back. Hopefully you guys have a good day, and I'm on the hunt for some new ones. Hey guys, I just wanted to share this with you. You do whatever you want, but avoid this protocol at all costs, I would say. This is double flow, starting another project. Okay, I reached out to these pieces of shit, and I said, hey, I literally just deposited a bunch more money into your platform last night after speaking to you, and you told me everything was good. I needed 2 more days. I said, you took off with the money. I'm like, why don't you take the money that you stole from me and put it into your new project? And they just didn't respond, right? Avoid it, guys. If you want to play the game, play the game. But I'm just showing you that I7 Pool is another project by the Double Flow team. Okay, when a company comes in and rugs, you shouldn't go back into another project they created, because obviously they're going to do the same thing. All right, guys, so I'm going to leave a little voice note to explain this one. I said I was only going to be posting videos in here of protocols that I feel like are going to be around for a while. Okay, I've been speaking with the owner of this one, and full transparency, she said, you know what, we're aiming for 6 or 7 months. If we reassess it at that point and it's making sense to continue, we're going to. Okay, so if anybody's been with ITP, they shut down. But if you got in early with them, it was quantitative trading and you made a decent income off of it. If you got in late, obviously that's how DeFi goes, you didn't. Okay, this is another opportunity for those that are familiar with how ITP worked. Okay, so I'm not bringing this in the group so that everybody jumps in and says, hey, look, I'm going to try this one out. It's for the people that understand the principle behind the quantitative trading. Okay, if I can get 3 months out of this protocol, it's going to be worth it. So I'm sharing this one because I feel this one could be something that sticks around for a couple months at least. All right, not a long-term play. I'm not suggesting that. I'm just saying this one, for anybody that's been in protocols like this, will understand that there's a possibility of ROIing your money in this one. Okay, it's not for sure. It's not for certain. This is just why I jumped in and why I'm sharing it in this group specifically, as well as my channel. All right, guys, so if you've been in ITP, this is another one that might give the same opportunity. And again, I could be completely wrong. I've been wrong in many cases. I'm not trying to be right 100% of the time. I'm just trying to find projects that allow me to get my capital back and a little bit extra. All right, guys, so with that being said, that's why I'm sharing this video. I really liked ITP, and I know a lot of people were in that as well. Well, guys, welcome to the day in DeFi I like to call the roller coaster day. Peso's back up. Asset Pacific is back up. We're waiting on Vestigoiled still, but the other two are back. I took an instant withdrawal from Peso, so that one's all gravy. I just wish that we would reach a time. They know that this is going to happen, so why not just reach out and say, hey guys, by the way, just so you don't wake up and shit yourself tomorrow, we're going down for maintenance. But they don't. They like to mess with us. Holy. Well, guys, we can breathe again. The two are back. That's perfect. I appreciate that. See, the way I'm looking at it is I've been wanting to do some crypto mining for about 5 or 6 years now. Like early on into this whole crypto thing, I started thinking about it, right? But now there's all these ASIC miners, there's all this competition, there's halvings, there's all this stuff that doesn't make it as appealing, right? Plus there's the high energy cost. So if you can lock in a low energy cost, which I'm working on, for like say a 5-year contract, and maybe put your mining rigs in with an already existing company, like what my boy's doing, which I might end up launching mine through them, because he's already setting the tone for it, right? He's locked it in for, I think, 6 cents a kilowatt in Vancouver. So if his goes really well, I'm going to jump in and do it too. And the way I'm thinking about this is that in DeFi, it's exactly what it is. It's decentralized finance.
Not much is really shown. There isn't too much transparency. The truth isn't really ever told, right? So the projects that I enjoy right now, they show their trading, they show their Bitcoin mining, they show their liquidity farming, all that kind of stuff. You get to see it. All these other ones I consider to be a gamble play. I don't care if they've been around for a year, you're still gambling. There's some safer gambles and some safer bets, but they're still all risky, right? Way I'm looking at it is, we need to get a project where it's going to be fully documented. Okay, guys, here's the miners. They just showed up. Here's me unboxing them. They're getting set up now in the location. This is how much the meter is showing that they're running. This is what the electricity cost is. This is how many Bitcoin or Caspa or Doge or Litecoin or Monero, right, that we're mining. Because I'm looking at these, looking at these what are they called? ASIC resistant tokens. Just less competition, not as appealing to a lot of people, but they're still very profitable. They run off of less electricity, right? So you can get certain miners that you can plug into every single wall outlet in your house if you want. Might cost about $5 to run. But with all the research out there, there's $30,000 miners, there's $50,000 miners, all the way down to like, a couple $100. But if you're going to start a mining protocol, it needs to be something sustainable. So I'm looking at everything right now. I'm looking at the expensive miners. I'm actually about to order a couple Caspa miners just to try them out, project wise. I'm curious. So we're going to see what happens, but it's definitely going to happen. The way I look at it, the bull run is coming in 2025 to 2026. I don't think we're going to see it in 2024. I could be wrong, but I think you're going to see a price hike. I think it's going to tickle its top around 69,000, and Bitcoin's going to come back down again. And I think it's going to do that because of market manipulation, because now you got BlackRock and all these people that shouldn't be in crypto. They're now in crypto. So this is when things start to become manipulated. So before there's a massive bull run, there's going to be a collapse again, so that these guys, all these massive multi-millionaires, can jump in and buy it at a cheap price, right? So as long as this thing is set up and running, by I'd say first quarter of 2025, I think we could all be making a decent income and have it actually shown, right? Here's the monitor. This is what it's earning. This is how much we're mining. This is what the bills are, right? Now we split the difference. I think makes a lot more sense than just, oh, look, here's another project. Don't know the owner behind it. Don't know what's going on. Don't know if there's real trading. And this is where we keep getting burnt, right? So it's happening. It's definitely going to go down for sure.
Good morning, everybody. I thought I would share this conversation, screenshot above here, of a HIP monitoring channel. Okay, these guys take these HYIP projects that we're all in, and they share them and shill the shit out of them on these projects, right? They're all undoxed. There's never a face behind them. And what they do is they will share 5 or 6 really good, solid, stable projects, and then they'll throw in a fucking scam in there, right? And they're like, hey, our withdrawal or our deposit is this much. This is what our investment is into the platform. And this is what the withdrawals have been. We got a new withdrawal, this, that, and the other thing, right? So I've been following this platform, and they've been sharing a bunch of protocols that I'm in that I really like. Legit miners, Gem Lightyear, and so on, right? And then they dropped this Doge miner. And because I'm an idiot and I like these mining projects, I jumped in with 1,000 Doge. Okay, as I was filming my video on it, I was going through the statistics, and it said one user, 1,000 Doge total in the platform. I'm like, what the fuck? So I went and I contacted support on this mining platform, right? And I was like, yo, tell me what's going on here. And they're like, what's the problem? And so I told them, and this is the actual company that's running this project. Now, maybe it's brand new. Maybe I'm the first investor. Who knows, right? I think it's a fucking scam. So anyways, I reached out to this HIP monitor thing, and I called them out. I'm like, you guys are promoting scams. Like, how the hell do you pieces of shit sleep at night? I don't get it. If I share something on my channel, I'm in it. There's many good protocols in the space that I could share on my channel and with you guys, but I don't do it because I'm not personally involved in it, right? This is a personal experience channel. I share things that I'm in. If I get rug pulled in a project, guys, I've invested in it, right? I don't share projects I'm not in. That's just the way that I do it. And so anyways, these guys, you can see in the conversation above, I'm waiting for the response on them. I want to see what they're going to say, right? But be very, very cautious is my point. There's a lesson in the message above, okay? Be careful, because these HYIP monitor fucking platforms that are on this Telegram channel, or Telegram platform, whatever you want to call it, 90% of them are scams, guys, right? Legit miners is a perfect example of that. I know people are having issues with them. I don't know what the story is. If they think you did something fraudulent, even if you didn't, they're going to stand on that, right? They're very, very particular about people using different IP addresses, traveling around the world, logging in with different IPs.
They're keeping that out of the group. So it sucks if people have lost their accounts, but they're a good example of this because these HYIP groups message them and they're like, hey, pay us $1,000 and we'll get you some users to your platform. And they refuse every time. They're like, no, we're not paying you. So then they'll go and they'll say, hey, scam, don't invest into legit miners. They're not paying. Meanwhile, they're paying instantly every single time you ask for a withdrawal. Again, sorry to people that have lost accounts, but I'm not the owner of it. I've reached out and I asked about Christians. I reached out and asked about the other guys. I don't get no answers. He said, just be happy yours is still going. The guy's a very, very honest person when it comes to he doesn't try to sugarcoat nothing, right? So he says, your friends, they manipulated the system. That's all he tells me. I don't know the story, guys. I believe he didn't. But again, I'm not in, I can't see what goes on behind the scenes. But because he refuses to pay promoters, they're actually labeling his project as a scam, right? So just an example of how these people play the game. It's very dirty, all right? So when you see these channels, do your research before doing what I did and be a complete idiot and throw 1,000 Doge at a project you didn't look into, right? I thought these guys were onto something because they're sharing a bunch of good projects, and then they threw in a scam, and of course, your boy jumps right into the scam, right? Digital Degen kind of shit. But who knows? I'm waiting to hear back from support again because I called them out on everything that's happened. They had a 50 minimum Doge withdrawal till I hit my 50 Doge, and then it's 300 minimum Doge withdrawal, right? So who knows? I mean, I fall victim to this shit just as easy as everybody else. I've got my good plays that keep pumping in the background that allow me to keep making money. So if I lose $100 in a project or something like that, I get it back from another one. But that being said, guys, just a warning. Okay, this space is really, really full of filth. And some of the scummiest people on earth are attracted to this particular DeFi space. So just be very cautious out there, guys. Hey, sorry for the late response, guys. I've been busy today. Bunch of videos, couple new projects I jumped into because I'm an idiot and I can't stop. But the project that I was speaking about before, I'm actually still super bullish on. I'm just waiting. I'm in the testing phase of it. I dropped the video. I was super pumped. And then all of a sudden, I couldn't find anything about it online. So I've been talking to the people behind it. I'm in their big Telegram groups, but it's one of those groups where nobody can really comment. It's just the admin only, the people that run the group. So I'm feeling it out. I'm going to guinea pig this one before I bring it to people. I've got a couple new degen type plays that could last. The team seems like they're pretty confident, so I jumped in. I'm going to bring them to my YouTube channel, not to here. Okay, so if you guys are interested in learning about those ones, go check them out. I am about to release a video in here on 9x profits. It's been around since, I believe, September. Yes, September of 2023. And I've got a few good friends, not people that I'm meeting in the crypto community that are sending me projects. These are good friends of mine that have been in this for a while. And they said that it's a good performer. So I watched the video, I checked it out. I jumped in last night. So I'm dropping the video on that one today. But on the SQ States, I think there's a good opportunity there. I think it's a long-term play. If they've been around as long as they said they have, I think everybody can make a lot of money with them. It seems like a lifetime investment. But I'm going to play it out because I got a weird vibe by not finding anything. And I reached out to support and they said, I'm like, guys, I can't find any reviews, no nothing. You guys say you've been around, excuse me. You guys say you've been around for this many years, but I can't find anything about you. And they said, how many reviews do you read in the DeFi space that are accurate and true? And I was like, you know what, that's a good point. Because there's many people sending me, reviews on XP saying, oh, look, these guys were robbed by XP. But XP wouldn't be around if that was the case. A lot of the cases of negative reviews are people that reached out to the platform and said, hey, guys, pay me and I'll promote your company. And they said, no, we don't pay promoters. So what happens is the promoters turn around and create fake reviews, right? It's a selfish game. But with that being said, sometimes no reviews is okay. I was a part of a company for 3 years that wouldn't allow anybody to do videos, that wouldn't allow anybody to talk about it unless they were bringing people in through a referral link. You wouldn't find anything about them until, of course, they decided to rug when the market collapsed in 2019, right? And again, I say decided to rug. They lost money overnight. Anybody invested in Bitcoin in 2019 before the whole COVID thing happened, you understand what the market collapse can do. Right? I was still buying heavily. I put 12K into Bitcoin when it was 69,000. And it was literally overnight, if anybody remembers. I woke up and I'm like, whoa, what just happened? And everything was gone. And now the market is rebuilding, but they had no reviews either. So I put the video out, but again, I'm not trying to get people rugged. I'm documenting my journey into this space, guys. I can't tell anybody else to click a computer mouse or not. You know, it happens. I've got rugged just like you guys in many projects too, but I've also gained money in a few of them. So it's kind of a 50-50 at this point. And with this new one, I thought that I'd exercise some caution because I don't know anything about it. Now, it's paying me every day. I haven't taken any withdrawals. It's a very low-paying project, but apparently you can build this thing. So I will update you guys. If anybody's actually interested in learning about it, just message me. I will send you guys the video and you guys can check it out. But for right now, I don't have enough information on it, and I'm in the test phase with this one. So that's basically the story behind that one. All right, what's up, guys? Listen, I just wanted to give a full transparent breakdown on this project. This is the one that somebody in the group asked about the other day. I had this brought to me by a person you can literally just go verify online, okay? He's everywhere. Social media, he's all over the place. Sharing videos, sharing his life, living in the Maldives, he's whatever. I don't care about that stuff, okay? But it was brought to me. I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a look at this. Walked through the website. I was super impressed, okay? The video, real faces, the whole 9 yards. So for someone like myself who jumps into a bunch of things that are completely gamble plays, and I'm fully admitting it, this could be one of those. But it also could be an opportunity, so I don't want to not share it. Okay, anybody that clicks play on that video, do your own research after. You're not going to find much. This is why I took the video down, because I've been a part of companies in the past that have showed up and they're like, hey, we've been around since 2016, 2017, and you can't prove it. Okay, and I go in and all of a sudden really quickly they disappear. Well, that's not the case with this one, in my opinion and my experience so far. Okay, you can't find much about it online. I've included in the link above a PDF report that these guys do every month, I believe. If this company is a scam, it is the most elaborate, the most hard worked and most effort put into scam I've ever seen in my life. Okay, and it very well could be, guys. No different than any of the other projects that I jump into or we play in this space. Okay, so that being said, it's paying. I don't understand it fully yet. Okay, I only put $150 in to test this thing out. These guys swear this is a long-term project. I don't know. This is my biggest mystery bag that I've ever went into. Okay, but again, the Telegram group is large. They've got stuff in every country. Appears to be activity in it. Okay, the group is one of those groups where only the person that's in charge does the posting, but there's emojis flying all over all the posts. There's lots of engagement. Can it be faked? Yes. But for the last week or so, I've been watching this thing just pay me, and I'm like, you know what? There could be something to this. So guys, full out disclosure. Full degen at this point, okay, could be absolute scam, or it could be something that's actually been around for a while that's making people money. I don't know yet, but it's definitely a mystery, and so much of one, it could be either way, so that's why I wanted to share it. Okay, dive in, share some opinions, guys, help me do some research, help me vet this thing out. All I have is $150 into a project that is paying me every day. So I don't know anything beyond that. And again, if it is a scam, guys, it's very, very elaborately done. Okay, they put a lot of effort into keeping this thing alive. So check it out, watch the videos, dive into the company, sign up if you want and walk through the website. It's an interesting one. Okay, and again, I can't verify much. I'm in contact with a person from the company every day. Reaches out every day. Hey, how's it going, man? How you doing? They're very, very busy. So that being said, guys, it's a mystery. Feel free to check it out. Leave some opinions. I'm not super savvy with diving in and doing all the research. Licensing and all that stuff doesn't do anything for me because, again, QOP was licensed. Centrium was licensed. How many companies have came and went in the last little while that all had licenses from the UK and all that kind of stuff, right? That being said, guys, just check it out. I don't usually post things I don't know much about unless I'm just gambling in it and saying, hey, guys, found a new protocol. Like I did today. I found a couple more that I think I'm going to jump into. But with that being said, that's just me playing the game and having fun, guys. This one is either one of two things. It's either a bullshit project or it's something sustainable that is actually doing what it says it's been doing since 2017. Okay, I'm not saying it has. I don't know. I'm just going by what has been happening in the last week, the conversations I'm having with the people, and how, basically the size of the group. And we'll check it out, guys. Check it out for yourselves and see. And again, if anybody's got projects, I don't want no 24-hour weirdo projects anymore, because those things are coming out everywhere now. I've had 5 sent to me in the last 2 weeks. I'm not going into 24-hour plays anymore. Until I build up a large amount of profits again, I got to have a nice little bag sitting on the side to play in those ones. Genius Arbitrage taught me my lesson on that one. Okay, guys? So that being said, check it out. DM me some projects. And also remember, you're more than welcome to share projects in this group. Just don't show links. All right? Say, hey, go check out the project. Here's the website. If you're interested in it, message me for the link. Right? And then they can support you for sharing the project if that's how they feel. But we don't want to get into like everybody sharing links. It becomes a disaster. Anyways, check out SQ States, guys, and let me know what you think. I'm torn on this one. Hey, good morning, everybody. Listen, I don't mean to post these pictures above or screenshots to be negative or to show people that I'm a negative person, because I'm not. But what happens is I get pissed off. Okay, when I have a downline of people, I do go to bat for you guys. And the thing that's been bugging me about this is these guys have been responding to me all the time until I sent them my last message, and then I said, oh, you guys aren't responding anymore, and now they get back to me. I don't like games. I understand the risks in DeFi, but I also understand that there is bought and paid for actors that go around to groups like mine, and they get people to see these big ass withdrawals and massive amounts of money coming in and out of the project, and hey, my downline's been in this for 10 years and blah, 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 right? This happens. We get swindled. Okay, I don't know if that's what happened in this situation, but I'm pretty sure it has, because I've been ripped off 3 times by a certain person that came to the group with projects that his lawyer buddies vetted out, right? Every time. So we got to be a little bit more cautious, guys. I made mistakes too, and I'll probably continue to make mistakes. But my point to sharing these screenshots is don't be nice to these people. Even if they're holding your money, get in there and say something. Tell them that you spoke to your crypto attorney and, the wallet addresses are all public. I don't know. Do something. Right? Because I got my money back from them. I went in and I said, listen, if you don't send this withdrawal back to me, there's going to be some legal actions. And they sent it to me. I got it within probably a couple hours. And ever since then, that's when the bonuses all happened, right? So get in there and say something to Asset Pacific if you're in the group, guys. I won't be allowed back, I won't be allowed back in the chat group anymore, just because of how it all ended, with me calling everybody a cult and calling them out on lying about everything. But anyways, that being said, guys, if you're in Asset Pacific, confront these people. Don't sit back quietly about it. Don't just rely on the group chat for Asset Pacific. Go straight to the support team, guys, and let them know that you're not happy, because this isn't acceptable. Angela, I appreciate that. But also remember, to everybody listening to this voice message, it goes beyond honesty in DeFi space. It also comes to do with luck as well, and who you meet along the way, right? We've got Irina in the group. She seems pretty solid. Again, we just met, but her project seems to be doing okay, and the honesty and the way she writes her messages, it's about meeting the right people, right? Every project that I share, I definitely don't recommend you guys follow me into. Okay, I have a serious grudge in the DeFi space for the amount of money that it robbed from me and my friends last year. So I set out on a mission, I guess you could say, with a goal to figure this space out, right? I've been rugged a few times already this year, but the difference is I'm not going crazy and throwing 5 to 10K at these projects like I used to. When you see me throwing $100, $200, $300, guys, I'm scared. I don't want to lose the money. But there's projects that I recommend everybody take a look at, like XB, Bruno X, this private opportunity in the oil and gas sector I've been talking about with my friend Ryan, right? Minimum 5,000 to get into that, but it's an 18% return in 30 days. You can either take your money back after 30 days and say, thanks for the 18%, I'm done. You can compound it, or you can just take your $900 off your 5,000 every month, and you can restake your 5K. In 1 year, that's $27,000 profit. We can all regain a lot of the money that we've lost just by using that one, right? There's many safe protocols out there. 101 Moneymaker, Gem Lightyear seems to be doing good. Coin Payments is down today. They're doing maintenance, so nobody's getting paid from many different platforms because Coin Payments is down. That happens. Okay, so as far as being honest, though, I do appreciate it, but people are going to lose a lot of money going into the projects that I go into, because many projects I go into, guys, they disappear too, right? They disappear overnight or within a month, or you just build a little bit of a reputation with it and you think, okay, you know what, this one could be safe. And then you put a big bag in and it disappears. Or people get in and they manipulate the group and they feed off of people that are looking for wins, right? And I fell victim to this this year, apparently, with a couple protocols for some pretty decent amounts. So we just all have to be on our toes, right? Nobody follow anybody else. Just take the information. I decided to go on to YouTube and rebuild my channel there because my last crypto channel was taken down. And DeFi is so messy that I think honesty is needed in this space. And I'm definitely not the only one. Like if you go follow Fud Farm's channel or Degenerate Passive Income, my buddy Ryan's channel, they're all very honest. Like everybody's telling you guys, because there's no safety anymore, right? The goal is in DeFi is to get into a protocol and hope that we get the next QOP. And I know that touches nerves, guys, but it lasted a year, right? That company lasted a year. So I use that for the example because not many do stick around that long. So if we get in early on a DeFi protocol, $100, couple $100, whatever you're comfortable with. If you got big bags, do what you want to do. But as long as it's a comfortable risk for you, if we find the good ones, we're going to make a lot of money back from the other protocols that took our money. And it ends up being like a cycle of chasing to get your funds back, right? I'm trying to present risky ones for people that want to throw a little bit in and have fun, right? I have fun with the little ones, okay? It's not like I'm looking at these as long-term investments. They're going to pay me 5% a day like PI stake. I mean, I've been in that for 11 days. It's paid me every single day, instantly as well. So I'm already over 50% of my money back in that protocol. But then you got protocols like ROIBit, who's now on their third project. And I keep paying attention because if somebody brings me that project, I'm not going near it. It made me my money back. And then I threw a whole bunch more back in because I really liked it, talked to support. And I was like, are you guys around for a while? Like, I'm going to put a bunch more in now. I'm going to actually up my bags. They said, yeah, everything's good. 24 hours later, they rugged. Right. So I reached out and I'm like, guys, pay me back my money. Like I literally spoke to you 24 hours ago. And I even tried swindling them a little bit. I'm like, because I know how to play their game a little bit now too. And I was like, just put it in your new project for me. You know what I mean? And then I'll just carry on with that one. And they're like, no, sorry, we can't do it. So now I avoid every single protocol that I know that comes out of that team. And this is where we get caught because it's $79 to license your business in the UK. Anybody can get it done. It costs about $3,000 to put together a HYIP website. You can buy it for like $3,000, right? So I could start a rug pull company tomorrow if I decided to, very easily for very low amounts of money and run away with everybody's money, right? That's how easy it is. And when you start doing the research and understanding how the game works, it's a little tougher to put trust in anything. But with that being said, this is also why I'm trying to build my YouTube channel, because a select few people are going to be, okay, you know what? This guy doesn't tell any lies. When I start my mining farm, people are going to start earning income for real. Like this is going to be based off of whatever I'm earning minus the energy costs. You know what I mean? Like there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be transparent, fully documented and all that kind of stuff. So there will be an opportunity there. I just actually decided against going into one of my protocols that I was going to try out, and I bought my first Caspa miner. So I've got a miner coming now. I'm going to start learning the process and I'm just going to start building it up slowly. And then once I understand it, that's going to be an opportunity for whoever wants in on that one too. But I would recommend right now, if anybody's looking for something safe, to talk to me or talk to Ryan about this oil and gas deal. Okay, there's a video that I posted in the group. Watch it. Okay, there's no scam behind that. It's fully transparent. And people could actually rebuild. You know, 18% a month times 12 months. Guys, we're making some good money, right? So there's definitely safer plays. Be careful with the protocols that I call degen plays, because I don't know much about them, guys, and I understand fully that I'm gambling, right? I make some stupid decisions, guys, in this space, and I get just as angry as most people, as you can see by some of the messages that I've been messaging support teams, right? But anyways, that being said, guys, I don't want to leave this go too long. It's already 6 minutes. I could talk forever about this stuff. Look at cryptos right now, crypto coins, maybe learn some day trading. You know, talk to me about pocket options, kind of fun. Ryan has signals available as well for those where you can literally just wake up in the morning and for 2 hours just trade every day based off of the signals. They've been very, very accurate. All types of stuff going on, guys. It's just DeFi is extremely risky. So look at the higher rated companies, I guess, like XB, 101 Moneymaker, Bruno X, FoxPay is doing great. Cairo FX is doing great. I highly, highly, highly recommend 9x profits. And I don't say that very often. Okay, this company, I just watched the Zoom that they just did. Phenomenal. Anyways, with that being said, guys, lots of risk out there. There's also lots of winners. Okay, so we just got to be a little careful. Nobody put trust in really anybody at this point. Always kind of question everything. Do your own research at all costs. And if you're going to try a protocol out, go in with lower amounts. You know, and if I post something on my YouTube channel, you guys can reach out. Anybody in this group's free to reach out to me through messages. I try not to DM people because it looks shady and people always try to imitate you eventually in this space. Okay, I've had many imitators. So I'll never DM people unless I'm asked to. Okay, if you say, hey man, DM me, I got something to ask, no problem. My email is public on all my YouTube channels, so feel free to reach out that way as well. But just be cautious. Pick the right ones. If something looks like it's a high paying one like PI Stake and you want to try it with a couple $100, like $200 is getting me 10 a day, right? So you only need 20 days in a protocol like that to make your money back. But a lot of these other ones are scary. Okay, so just be cautious, guys, because there really isn't that much honesty in DeFi. All you can do is be honest about the projects and how much information you know about them, right, at the end of the day. So nobody really knows, and money comes and goes very quickly in this space. So just be cautious, guys. We're going to get some wins. Also, my bad, guys. I made a mistake in that message. Not 27,000 a year off that. I've been playing around with compounding and just doing a whole bunch of numbers, and I was just looking at a piece of paper here, and I rhymed off 27,000 because I was looking at info on it. But yeah, I was planning on compounding and everything else. But it's a good investment regardless, guys. You know, 18% a month, $900 profit on your 5K. So that is available. Just reach out if you're interested in something like that, guys. Good morning, everybody. I just wanted to share this Cairo effects. Okay, I've done a couple videos on this on my YouTube channel, and I brought it to the group here when I first jumped into it. The reason I'm not doing too many updates on it is because I keep missing the withdrawal days. You're only allowed to withdraw on the 5th and the 20th of every month. But this protocol has been surprising me, guys. Okay, I leave most of the riskier, more degen plays over on my YouTube channel. I'm going to try my best to be bringing ones that, in my opinion, of course, are going to be a little bit more solid to the group. Okay, if people are going to come over here and join the group, I don't want to see people get wrecked. I jump into many risky degen plays. I'm going into another one today that's 5 to 7% daily, right? Could rug tomorrow, guys. So that'll be over on the YouTube channel. But this one, I feel like it has some legs. Okay, I speak with people behind the scenes on this one, and it seems like it's going to go for a while. I don't know for sure, but they do real estate. They do a bunch of different things. There's multiple different plans to get started in. And I've earned quite a bit from this protocol so far. So again, I've missed the last 2 days of withdrawals. So I haven't been able to take anything out. So instead, because the next day is on the 20th, I decided to reinvest my profits last night into another plan, earning me 1.33% a day, locked in for 166 days. On my channel, you can find the video to Cairo effects. I'm going to also do an update video, guys, showing the dashboard and walking through the progress on it. I feel like this one could be something that might go out into the future. We'll have to see, but I'm feeling like that's the way it's going to be. Seems to have a lot of potential behind it. But again, it's DeFi, guys. I don't really know. I'm just going off of intuition here. Hey, good morning, everybody in the group. I'm sorry I didn't get in here earlier. Mornings are super busy for me, and I had a death in the family, so I've been stressed for the last couple days, and I passed out early last night, so I missed the messages there last night. Anyways, seems like you guys have figured it all out. You can't take out the cents. Okay, so if it's 7.5, it can only be 7. I don't post every video in here just because, like I said, you know, in a previous message in the group here, I don't want to bore everybody to death. Like, you know, the whole point of this group is because, you know, as Christine said, you know, thanks for the nice words too, Christine, I appreciate it. But we've known each other for a while. We've been down a pretty rough path, you know, the last 5 or 6, 7 months in this space, which is the reason why I created this group, right? I'm not trying to get anybody hurt. I'm not trying to get anybody ripped off. I don't want to see people lose money, but it will happen.
in this space. We will come across rug pulls. All right. The reason I started this was because I'm trying my best to find the solid companies in a sea of fake ones. Right. And that's why you'll see me doing videos, guys. And I'll tell you is I'd advise you not to follow me into this one. Right. The higher paying ones that are actually paying, I tell everybody not to do them because I don't want to see anybody get hurt. Right. If anybody in this group has questions, you can feel free to reach out to me personally. I'm very available. Just mornings, I'm a little bit more busy because of the kids. But feel free to reach out with any questions that you have. You're noticing a lot of people come in here and then they're leaving right away. Those are probably scammers. So don't worry about those people. The group is probably going to get a little out of control with that stuff, but I will take care of it. I don't have any nonsense. Or sorry, I guess I don't have patience for any of that nonsense, guys. So that's the purpose of the group. We're trying our best to find protocols that are actually going to pay us, right? I tell everybody the biggest piece of advice I can give people I speak to. Any project you put money into, wait until you get it back before you add to it. All right? That way it saves you from losing more. Anyways, that being said, guys, I'm going to get the kids finished off and ready for school here. It looks like everybody has figured it out. I'm scrolling through the messages here now. If anybody has any questions, just like I said, reach out to me personally. It's not a big deal. I give everybody the time. I enjoy this space. I'm not somebody that gets super upset and frustrated over a loss or, something like that. So I know many people do. So if there's any frustration or questions or you need something to be more clear, or if you want me to post all the videos that I do on YouTube in here, I can do that as well for information and update. It's just I find that sometimes they can get boring, right? Oh, look, another withdrawal video. Oh, look, another, he made a deposit. So it's, this is something I'm passionate about. I'm having a lot of fun in. I like this space. I enjoy it, right? And I want to see everybody do well. So if you got questions, guys, please reach out and I will definitely answer whatever you guys have, okay? Money Flow David is a project where everybody gets to deposit at their own pace. The cases are locked in, right? So everybody has to put in new money, right? It's a profit sharing company. So what happens is these guys get new money put into the project constantly because you cannot upgrade from your earnings, okay? You are forced to take your earnings out. So you have to withdraw all your earnings, okay? So if you put in the $5 case, you're going to have to withdraw $7.50 at the end. But you can't withdraw the 0.5. You can only take out the 7. Once you get to the 10 case, you're going to make 15.5 back. Okay? So basically the way it is, every time you want to activate a new case, you have to put new money into the project. The new money then gets dispersed out and everybody gets a chance to play the game to the end. Okay? I think anybody that's in now at the beginning has a good chance. I think anybody that gets in like months down the road could have issues completing it, depending on how much attention they grab. Right now, they've got over 16,000 active members, deposited, active in the company right now. I've been speaking with the developers, and this is a pretty interesting project. I've done this before with another company, and we all doubled and tripled our money. So I guess the whole premise of this is everybody has to put new money in, and then all the money gets dispersed around to the people that are already playing. So it's very interesting. Not a trading game, not a regular DeFi game. This is one of the ones where you just have a little bit of fun, right? You can go as far as you want. You can stop whenever you want. You can add whenever you want. So my plan is to go all the way through it, hopefully twice if I can, but I'm buying multiple packs every time I get a chance to. So, once the 25's open to me in a couple days, I'll buy the 25, a 10, and a 5 again. And that's basically the way it works. It's money in versus money out. What's up, everybody? Good morning. I just wanted to jump in here and give a little heads up about Genius Arbitrage. Okay, I have had zero issues with this protocol since I started it. However, I've been extremely open about how risky this one is. Okay, anything that pays over 3%, I'm extremely nervous of, but I'm attracted to them because if they pay, you make some money. Okay, I've ROI'd on my cash in that platform already. And I was going to add more today to jump to the 550 level again. I just got a message from somebody saying that they're telling him that he's exhausted his withdrawal limit in the plan that he's in, and he now has to move up in order to withdraw. Okay, this is actually normal in a lot of protocols. However, I don't like it. Okay, I'm not saying that it's normal, and I'm not saying they're rug pulling. Okay, I've been a part of companies that do it. But what I'm trying to do here is warn everybody, just in case this is the first sign of fishiness that's happening in the company. Okay, if there's something weird going on, try to get your money out, guys. If you guys have a cycle ending in 24 hours, it'd be safest just to pull it out once it ends. Okay, everybody try to protect their money as best we can. Nobody can control what a protocol does, right? If the developers decide to turn the switch off, they're going to turn the switch off. If they decide to reach out and tell you got to upgrade, you got to upgrade. 90% of the time when that happens, I just walk away from the account because I feel like it's a scam. Okay. Anyways, that being said, guys, I just wanted to let you guys know I did join 2 new protocols last night, so I will be sharing those today at some point. And I hope everybody's doing well. All right, what's up, gang? Listen, I just wanted to give a quick update because I always go and do research when I hear things. I just posted above a screenshot. I just took another withdrawal from Genius Arbitrage, $105. It landed very quick. Okay. Talking with support, and I don't take this seriously. I look at it as a bit of a scam, but this happens in some protocols, and it actually is a legitimate thing. I'm not saying it is this time, but they're saying that in the second plan, where you're at $550, where you start at $550, you're making 9.5% daily. You are only allowed to take out certain amount of withdrawals in that plan. The first plan, you're safe. Third, fourth, fifth, and so on, you're okay. For some reason, they're saying in the second plan, you're only allowed to do a certain amount, and then you have to put in the 2100. Okay, once you've done that, you're okay. I would personally, because I'm an honest person, recommend most people staying away from this protocol. Like I say in every single video covering Genius Arbitrage. Okay, for the people that have gotten paid in it, or like myself that continue to get paid in it, it's a good protocol. Okay, for anyone that's experiencing negativity, I would highly recommend just getting your money out as soon as you can. If they want you to upgrade it and you care about the money that's in the account, upgrade it, run a cycle, and withdraw it all. Okay, there's ways to play the games, guys. But again, they're paying. Apparently, it's only in the second plan. To me, that does not sit well. Okay, when I hear that, it means scam to me. Again, I just got paid. Okay, I've been speaking with support all morning, and they keep telling me the same thing. It's just plan 2. It's just plan 2. It's just plan 2. So, that being said, guys, treat every single protocol in the DeFi space with extreme caution. Okay, these are all slot machines. There's no difference than walking down to the casino and throwing your money on blackjack or any type of game you want to play at the casino. This is no different. In fact, it's probably more risky. But with that being said, there's an update, guys. Genius Arbitrage is still paying. Just be cautious on the second plan. You gotta love it when a deleted account joins your group. That sounds kind of legit. Welcome, deleted account. Hope everybody's doing good today. What's up, everybody? I just wanted to share this. I forwarded this from the 101 Moneymaker chat. I don't know if anybody's actually in 101 Moneymaker with active deposits or not. One of the protocols that I really, really enjoy. That being said, the PAM account that they just started had their first negative day in trading yesterday. Okay, so I'm sharing this because sometimes transparency is very, very important, especially in the DeFi space. Okay, so when you're having a real trading company and they're showing you all profits every single day, they never lose, it's fake trading. Okay, when you have a company that can earn 10% one day profit, which is what I made on Monday, and then all of a sudden have a negative 1%, 1.7% they lost in trading yesterday. And that was reflected in the PAM account. So overall, we made about 8.5% already the first day of the week, right? When you see a negative trade placed or a negative result for a day, that's real trading. Okay, this is just another reason why I'm super bullish on 101 Moneymaker. Okay, they have real trading. If you join up to the PAM account, you now have access to FX books and you can go see the trades live. So everything is documented, everything is monitored, it's full transparency. I really, really, really appreciate the fact that we actually had a negative day. You don't see that much in a DeFi space because everything's money in versus money out, right? We're guaranteeing you 2 to 3% a day. That's what everybody tells you. And very, very few projects that I've ever been in has actually been honest enough to show a negative trading day. So that's super awesome in my opinion, guys. Hope everybody's doing well. And yeah, it's DeFi space, guys. We got to be careful. But 101 Moneymaker is the real deal. Good morning, everybody. I just popped in and seen everybody talking about Genius Arbitrage. It is still paying me, but it has been giving me issues again the last couple weeks. So I'm sort of just playing their game because I've dealt with enough scammers in my life, especially in the DeFi space, that I've kind of figured out a little bit how to play around with these people when they start to do this kind of stuff. Okay, you might have to cycle a couple times and then pull out $50. Then cycle a couple times, pull out another $100 or $50. Because if you try to pull out large amounts, these guys aren't going to give it to you after paying for so many payouts, from what I'm gathering. I just did a YouTube video covering this, and I was extremely cautious. Actually, I shouldn't say I was extremely cautious. I told people to be extremely cautious. I told them to avoid Plan 2, and I told them about all of the issues that we're facing with Genius Arbitrage. And I told them that I was going to do that. So, I said, you guys are just messing with everybody now. I said, I have been putting videos out, showing your company to people. I said, and now my next video, I'm going to tell them to stay away. I'm like 100%. I've been doing that anyways in all my videos. I'm like, I would recommend nobody follow me into this when it's 5.1%, right? That being said, guys, I would try to slowly pull small amounts out of it and just look at it as like an actual investment. Be like, you know what? Money's locked in there. I'm just going to pull out small amounts every now and again until I get my money back. That's the way you got to look at Genius Arbitrage. I wouldn't recommend going in any longer. All right, what's up, guys? Sorry that the previous message has been edited. I was told to keep names out of it for right now. It's a private invite only to Ryan. He's just extended it to me because I know him and the people in my group as well. So if you're interested in it, just reach out to Ryan himself or reach out to me and we can discuss it further for you. It's a good opportunity with a very, very solid platform, guys, that will deliver. So this is something that could put people into a good position if you're looking at just like a spot you can park your money for 30 days. And who knows, maybe going from there, it might be extended and offered to them again. I'm not exactly sure. But if you're interested, let me know, guys. All right, good morning, everybody. I just wanted to come on here and leave a brief message because I am kind of in the dark on what's going on with money flow. What I am learning, though, by talking to the support guys is that they're a bunch of assholes. Okay, they're not a good team behind it as like personality wise goes. They're snarky with their responses. They don't really take the time to explain anything. They've LOL'd a couple comments that I've seen. So just be a little cautious, guys. I haven't had to take anything out of that company. I pulled $12 out earlier and it landed. This was a couple days ago, but I haven't had to take a withdrawal since. So if this is a new issue, then I guess I will find out either later today or tomorrow. With that being said, though, I'm not going to pump anything else into that one, just in case, okay? There is a sister company to that called ATM 2024. Some of you might be in it. It's working so far. There's also another one that I just had brought to me this morning from a friend of mine, okay? And he knows the developer behind this protocol. What they did was apparently these guys lost money twice in money flow. So they said, you know what, we can do this way better. And this development team is apparently a solid development team. Now, I can't say anything beyond that. I'm just going off of a friend's word, but it's the exact same thing as money flow. But you can start with whatever case you want. If you want to jump to the 2000, you can go right ahead and do that. If you want to buy, the $25 case, you can buy that. If you want to buy the $25 case 3 times in a row, you can do that as well. So they've got a little bit of a different principle, but it's the exact same site. They literally mirror imaged it. And they said, you know what, we're going to show them how it's done. So I don't know for sure if it's going to last. I'm not telling anybody to get into it. This is just my disclaimer before I post the video on my YouTube channel. Okay, I don't come in here and put every single video that I do on YouTube in the chat group. If you guys want me to do that, feel free to let me know. But I don't try to bomb the chat group with everything. I jump into a lot of programs that a lot of people probably shouldn't, that I'm doing for content, right? I'm trying to build my new YouTube channel. They deleted my old one. I had about 13,000 subscribers on my Coin Ventures channel, and they took that one down. I have no idea what happened, but it's gone. So I'm in the rebuild phase. So I jump into a lot of things that I recommend a lot of people don't follow me into, and I state that very clearly in the videos of those projects. With that being said, I'm jumping into this new one because that's what I do. All right. So I'm going to try some of the higher packages. I'm not going right to the top, but I mean, I might do maybe the 75. I might try the 200. I'm going to see what happens. So I'm going to be jumping into that one. This is just my disclosure to the people in this group. If you do follow my YouTube channel, you can avoid this one. You can avoid every single project we talk about on that channel. It's completely up to you guys. I'm just documenting what I'm doing in this space because I enjoy it. Okay, so I don't know what's going on with money flow. I've pulled 12 out. I invested 25. So, I mean, they got me for 13. Not a big deal for me, considering ROI bit just took off with 300 bucks of mine, right? So these things happen. It's DeFi. And again, you know, there's the safer projects listed in the top of this chat group in the pinned messages. The ones on the very top are the safest plays that I consider to be the number ones right now. So that being said, take a look at Gem Lightyear. Take a look at Cairo effects. Take a look at XB. You know, these protocols are going to be around for a while. Anyways, with that being said, guys, I will be dropping a new video on that protocol. This is just me letting you guys know ahead of time. It's the exact same website as MoneyFlow. These developers literally said, we're going to show them how it's done. So that being said, that's just a little disclaimer, a little warning, guys. You don't have to go into any of these protocols. Make your own decisions. I'm just giving you guys the heads up in advance. Okay, I think that this development team might be one that could actually try to make this thing last, because MoneyFlow seems like they're just coming in and stealing it. So if there's an issue with withdrawals and it doesn't get resolved, MoneyFlow's done. If they do resolve it and I hear about withdrawals, I'll also keep you updated on that.